This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Do you trust yourself? Whether you're facing a big decision, want to make a change in your life, or you're trying to plan for the future, the best foundation is knowing you can count on yourself. Therapy can help you build that self-reliance so you're prepared for anything. Give it a try today at betterhelp.com/allies.
Hello, welcome to the Easy Allies podcast. I'm Daniel Bloodworth, coming to you from Los Angeles, California. This week I'm joined by Brad Ellis.
Hello.
Michael Huber.
Brain juice.
Michael Damiani.
How's it going?
And in the control room, making it all happen, we have Isla Hink.
Hello.
Gabby's watching us from the background. And Don will be rolling in a bit later, but he's coming. Friends, we're here to throw things around the table. We're here to talk about the biggest headlines in video games this week. Annapurna had Annapurna had some showcase today.
Video game?
We got the May sales reports.
Oh, let's go.
That's the new MPD thing, right?
Yes.
I
Nice.
have no idea what they are. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bloober is done with psychological horror.
Oh, really?
Asterisk.
And we've got more revelations from that courtroom floor. I've been
Are they Resident Evil revelations?
swimming in that stuff. No Resident Evil.
No,
No.
That Revelations is on hiatus.
Yeah. It's gone.
It's fine.
Simmer.
But before we get started, we must answer for mistakes we made in last week's episode. Isla, begin corrections music, please.
Boop.
In regards to glowing foods, Stomps wrote in that he's had firefly squid at a
Whoa.
sushi restaurant.
Whoa.
And of course, many types of squid are bioluminescent. But I'm pretty sure you don't eat them alive.
Yeah.
But I guess you probably could if you can eat a sushi.
Yeah, I guess.
Live squid, I guess. That seems toxic, though. They
I don't think
poison
it's-
or
I don't-
ink or something.
I don't know.
Maybe like snip off
Obviously
a tentacle
something else
and
eats them alive. So,
Yeah.
There's probably an amount of ink that the human body can tolerate.
yeah,
Oh yeah, there's squidding pasta, says Gabby.
this is true.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
This is also true.
Don't
Sure.
come after us with your squid ink corrections. We remembered it in time.
While it's not as big of a jump as what was in my head, yes, of course, I completely forgot that Final Fantasy III and Final Fantasy IV are both 2D Final Fantasies that were reimagined for 3D
Yeah.
on the DS.
DS.
Yes, I have that.
Yeah. I would be much happier with a Final Fantasy IV that looks like the cutscenes in that DS game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because they nailed it.
Yeah, those are
that CG
CG
team
trailers, yeah.
Nailed it.
I love looking at old CG trailers and comparing them to modern graphics. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah. But it's just like, that was like kind of one of the things. It's like, okay, it's in 3D, but it's just like this weird, like, super deformed style
It's
that
like
didn't really
shitty, kind of.
fit what you had in mind in the game. So it's like, yeah. But it was weird because at the same time, I liked a lot of other things they did with that version of the game, just not the way it looked necessarily. So interesting times. Let's see. Oh yeah, so this was a little hard to parse even when I went back to the article, to the report, because it was mixed in with the news of the regional Xbox price increases. However, it does appear Game Pass is going up for everyone starting July 6th.
Okay.
So,
Better cut bait.
dollar
Bait and run.
a dollar up for console Game Pass, $2 up for Ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm out.
No change for PC.
It's worth it.
It is.
It's an incredible value.
Incredible value.
But yeah, it's kind of keeping in line with like Disney Plus raise, Netflix. is
Yeah,
always
yeah, yeah, of
moving
course.
things
Inflation.
around. Yeah.
Everything's
You got
goes up.
Las Vegas adding fucking triple zeros to roulette tables. It's insane. That's
I was just
inflation.
thinking about that.
Oh.
Yeah, 000 now. So that's cutting down on red or black. So just more inflation, dude. More money for the house. Yeah, it's insane.
We had this question, wondering whether multiplayer in Super Mario Brothers Wonder would have the
Bubble.
bouncing and all that stuff, the collision. There weren't a lot of examples where I could really see it, but there is one shot in particular where you're like on this giant rolling snowball all together, and players are clearly like passing through one another
okay.
and not bouncing around and stuff like that.
Sure.
So it does seem that to at least some extent the collision and stuff from New Super Mario Brothers has been reduced, if not completely
Okay.
eliminated.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Help avoid some of that chaos that's going to be happening anyways.
Yeah. Plus, it's like when they did that, there definitely were not a lot of 4-player 2D side scrollers. But since then, we've had the Rayman games.
yeah.
You know, we've got the Disney game coming up. Like a lot of people have been doing it.
Yeah, times have changed.
Not very many people have been having you bounce around off of each other. That's all of them. If you had a correction, leave it in the YouTube comments on either the public version or the patron version of this episode. Start with the word correction and leave a timestamp for the part of the video that you're correcting so I know what the heck we were talking about. And corrections music. Boop. All right, so this morning, this afternoon, I guess. Like
Do you say
at
this
noon.
morning or this morning?
This morning.
Okay.
Not smorning.
I say smorning.
What?
Why?
This is a
Just
bit?
quick. No, this morning. I roll it into one.
There's a term
I mean,
for
of
that.
course you
this
roll
morning.
it into one.
This morning.
Yeah, well,
this
my
morning.
Japanese teacher would call it lazy tongue, but
Lazy. I got lazy tongue. Yeah. There you
Well,
go.
for words that end with a consonant and then are followed by a word beginning with the same consonant,
Yeah.
there's a term for that. I think it's called a linked consonant or whatever,
Mm.
where it's like these s'mores. You just combine them into one
S'more.
word.
That's what I do. Okay.
These s'mores, but morning starts with an M, Huber.
This morning.
This morning.
This morning.
Okay. Moving on. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Annapurna had their showcase a little bit later than everybody else. Very interesting to note that they are officially part of Summer Game Fest, even though Summer Game Fest was weeks ago.
Okay.
I'm not counting it.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Not on the
not
bets.
counting it,
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no way.
No
Kelly
points
announces
here.
next year's dates. That's the cutoff. It's like, there you go.
Right. But we got a lot of cool stuff. We're going to go through some of them. We'll probably touch on everything, but some of them are just like we'll breeze by because they're very quick updates for like, it's, Stray, it's out on Xbox. There you go. That's it. That's the whole update. But it was a cool trailer.
Cool.
But yeah. First up,
Damiani will love that trailer.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is got a real creepy trailer. It's apparently a puzzle game because they're like puzzles.
Yeah, it was
weird. Yeah, they had a lot of these things. They're like,
Okay.
do you remember the maze? Do you remember the maze?
Yeah, it
Do you
was
remember
weird.
the maze?
It was great.
Yeah, it's great. Unfortunately, like for you guys that didn't get to catch up, like a lot of these trailers really do benefit
this
a lot from
game.
audio.
I know. this
Sure.
game.
Yeah, we did see this one.
We've seen this before. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but we still haven't seen a lot of it, and even this trailer is still very, very cryptic. But we know there's conspiracy vibes going on. We know that there's puzzles, pattern recognition. There's this thing at the end of the trailer where like because they've been showing you these images of mazes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. At the end, there's just like a bunch of these. So like apparently somebody's got to have decoded this by now.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gotta
looking
be.
into it.
It's got to be like a release date or something.
Totally.
Or I don't know what.
Cypher.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Zodiac.
they want you to
That
figure
didn't
this
use Cypher.
this trailer out.
Yeah, it's a substitution cipher for sure.
It's from Simogo, makers of Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Very different.
Burying the fucking lead. Are you serious? What? 10 out of 10 in, no matter what. 10 out of 10 in. You make a phenomenal game, and I am in for the next one. That is how it works.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Someone in the YouTube comments says that the code at the end translates to release date revealed at a later date.
That's funny.
Oh, I love it. I
That's
love
real
it.
good.
That's perfect. So good.
Yo, Sayonara Wild
Yeah.
Hearts.
And it's coming to Steam and Switch, but otherwise, don't know a whole lot else.
Cool.
Sayonara Wild Hearts. That's all you need to know. In.
And crazy puzzles.
Cool.
Cocoon is getting a release date for September 29th. All
Add it to the
platforms
list.
and on Game Pass.
Cool.
So there you go.
I guess I gotta keep
add
it
that
then.
to the GOTY list.
Yeah,
There we go.
for real.
Just keep coming. Lush Foil Photography Sim.
This looked crazy.
New game announcement here from Matt Newell.
This is real life.
And Isla nailed it. Isla recognized this immediately from a game she played on Easy Update in 2020 called Wakamarina Valley, New Zealand.
Yeah, I couldn't
Everest
remember
in
the
that one
Wakamarina
shot?
Valley part.
Yeah. So it's just basically walking around different environments and taking photographs. There's a drone now, which I don't know if that was in
No, not that
the
I
original
recall.
game.
There were little like secrets you could find, so I'm wondering how much they'll do in that.
Yeah, no, they do confirm that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they say you trek through and explore environments to capture stunning vistas and landscapes with your fully featured in-game camera, discover hidden secrets, and
Nice.
objectives that reward patient and observant players that have a good eye for angles and perspectives.
Yeah, you can like find hidden things if you stand in the right place, that kind of stuff.
Walking simulator
Nice.
hype.
I mean, fully.
Sign me up.
Oh, why the waves going backwards there?
I noticed that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things here with lighting and all of that. There was some
Death
fog.
Stranding.
That's
We
Say,
had
it's
some
a
fog in there
Stranding game.
for Dawn. The next was Marumitsu Games. They have these things in Annapurna showcases when they basically just sign on a team.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't really show anything of their game. They just kind of had like a profile of these developers.
Okay.
And it's a husband and wife duo. They met while working at another game developer. They didn't say who. And he talked about like the first time that he asked her out, she said no.
Oh,
Because she was just happy making games. She didn't want to make time for anything else. She's just making games.
Living that work life.
And then he asked again at some point. She said yes. Eventually got married.
Nice.
And eventually decided to leave the company that they're working at and make games together. They said that they just put their first game. They put like a 6-month window on. It's like, let's make a little game in 6 months. If we don't hate each other, we'll keep doing this. Basically. She mentioned Earthbound. It's her favorite RPG. But yeah, not a whole lot else there, but very, very wholesome little
cool.
Yeah, it was jolly.
profile on them. Also, a very wholesome new game from the maker of Katamari,
Yeah.
Keita Takahashi.
So good. I have the little prints there, yeah.
This guy this game is called To a T.
The song was incredible.
The song is
Yes.
incredible. You
It's-
need to go back and watch this trailer and
It's
listen to the
so good.
song.
It's so
You'll
good.
be able to see the
Game of the
lyrics
show.
there
Yeah.
pop up. And it's a character who is permanently stuck in a T-pose.
That is funny.
It looks so good.
It is so...
It's just it's one of those ideas too that once somebody has it,
Right.
you're just like, how has nobody done that before
Yeah.
in a game? It's so cute.
His dog helps him out. He's helping him.
Yeah, it's delightful.
Like, squeeze the toothpaste and everything.
Feel good hit.
Yeah, very feel-good hit.
Feel good hit of the winter.
It seems amazing, and I love the kind of message behind it because they're always saying like, you're the perfect shape.
Yeah,
And it's in conjunction with Able Gamers, you know.
Yeah,
I, don't
they
know,
s-
I really love it.
Able Gamers is there in the fine print, and the song really gets into that. Yeah, here they come. You're the perfect shape. I love this thing. It's like he's like spinning like
Dude.
karate, and then he
Yeah.
just takes off.
It's like Mario spin.
Totally.
Another little detail that you don't pick up from the trailer. He's a teenager named Teen.
Great.
Oh, I love it.
His name is Teen.
Great.
Because he is teeing.
That's right. It's like the Toys R Us giraffe, whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
there's a
yeah.
little giraffe
Jeffrey.
character in there.
Jeffrey.
Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass too. Also,
Game Pass too.
no idea really how that plays, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be wacky, regardless.
From the makers of Hohokum and I Am Dead.
Yes.
We got another look at Flock.
Ho ho come.
Huber, what do you at from this presentation?
Hyped on this. It looks like multiplayer ho ho come in a way, you know? Obviously it looks visually way different, but like the vibes of just kind of flying, squiggling around, doing that with a buddy or significant other seems real chill. the music is such a big part in their games, so I would love to just like get in there and get absorbed. But also, that could be weird with multiplayer Blood because then you're like talking over the music, what's going on there.
Yeah.
But I like what I'm seeing, and I liked catching different things at different times of day.
Yeah, there were like
And just really chill.
these things that were only available at sunset. You kind of like go up to creatures and sing to them. This whole kind of session was like one player showing the other player where to find a thing. You know, it was like, and it's just like curled up in that fountain, so you can't even really see it at first. And then so you find things and you add them to your flock. They showed these. You can even add like these sheep to your flock, and they start flying around with you. But if you leave them to graze, then their wool will grow, and you can use the wool to make clothes and stuff.
I wonder if it has local co-op or if it's online only.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to see split screen because you
Yeah.
couldn't just like do a single screen for this kind of game.
Right.
So it does feel like it's potentially online only.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lots of weirdos, lots of little weird creatures.
You don't
Very,
often,
very chill vibes.
I don't often see, maybe you can think of some, y'all. I don't often see co-op meditative games like that. Like Journey is like you can't talk to, like someone's there, but you obviously can't communicate,
Right.
you know? But a game like this where you're just kind of cruising around, not aimlessly, but aimlessly, you
Yeah.
know, super relaxed. I don't usually see those as co-op.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't even know what the hell this game is. I'm not even exactly sure what's happening, but it looks like very pleasant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of goals, like I'm not sure. You know, it definitely has that sort of Pokemon collecting sort of side of things, where it's like you find weirdos and you add them to your flock.
Yeah.
But then
Same with Hohokam. You just
Yeah.
find little things, collect them, they add to your thing.
flying over the fog again. We got more fog for Dawn.
Yeah, I
But-
guess I don't know if I want there to be, like, you know, goals
Right.
and missions or whatever, or if I just want it to be flying around getting little cute guys for your flock. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then this one is
Definitely one to watch though.
Yeah, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
This year?
I don't think they put a date on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely on the lookout. Gather Your
it is Game Pass,
Friends
too.
is a 10 out of 10 subtitle there. That is perfect. Gather Your Friends. Ghost Bike, this one, dude.
Yeah, Ghost Bike.
Yes.
This is from
Forgot
the
about
makers
this.
of Nidhogg,
Yes.
Yeah, they're great.
but very, very different. If you don't know Nidhogg, that was a 2D side-scrolling combat game.
Yeah, it's like a dueling game.
Yeah, and this it's almost similar to the last one in a way, or similar to Season, and it's like you're riding this bike across these huge
Was
landscapes.
season this year, Blood? Or
Yeah, Season was just earlier this year.
Okay. All right.
Some bad news there. Sounds like they're like laying people off and stuff. Unfortunately, it has not been doing well.
Shit.
And that company went through a lot of issues making that game too.
Damn.
But back to Ghost Bike.
It looks
you got a
awesome.
little ghost on the front of your bike there.
Yeah.
And-
Isla was telling us about like being dead or something, and then
Yeah,
the
in Chicago, and I know a bunch of other cities, but in Chicago, I was big into biking in Chicago, and if a biker dies, they'll chain their bike up around where they got hit, and they'll paint it white, and that's called a ghost bike.
and then the title, The Ride of Your Afterlife.
Yeah. So you are on a mission
Yeah.
to revive the last of the ghost bikes,
Wow.
the magical couriers who rode between the world of the living and the world of the dead.
So cool.
Ride the ghost bike to the afterlife and beat ghosts in contests of speed and skill to win back ghost power. Only then can you make the journey to the afterworld and return the true spirit of biking back to Wheel World.
Sounds
Wheel World.
fun. Sounds fun, Bloodworth.
Yeah.
Welcome
Like,
to the desert of the wheel.
I want to see how it feels to ride the bike, and that's it. Honestly, if
Yeah.
that just feels great, like I'm so in for that
It
game.
feels really good in Season, so that
Nice.
is definitely
Yeah.
a point that people will be comparing. I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got another developer spotlight for Glass Revolver Games, but this is like one guy.
Econo Core.
Do you want to tell this story?
I just
No. You're getting I think you might be. We're not on to this.
Oh, okay.
We're not on to this yet. You're
Okay,
spoiling
okay.
things. This is the guy. This is the guy who was like he was working and he was in film
yeah,
school.
yeah,
and he
yeah,
had
yeah,
to,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then he's just like wasn't happy, so I'm just gonna like change my entire life and start working on this thing. And then he was working on the game, and he was like 2D, and he was like, nah, I'm just gonna change it to 3D. It's just like this guy makes decisions
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
choices. And I was,
Straight deleted the 2D
Yeah.
version.
He had been working on it since 2018.
Oh, whoa.
And then
Just deleted it.
He was just like, I want to make this 3D. Gave himself like a week to think about it, and he's like, didn't want to go like. He didn't want to get in a situation where he felt like, oh, this is too hard. I'll just go back to the 2D version. So he deleted the 2D version to get rid
Oh
of
my
the temptation.
gosh, dude.
yeah,
Okay.
hardcore.
Okay. It's your stuff.
Iron Man mode for game development.
This one we did get some glimpses of, though. It's called We Kill Monsters, and it's essentially like a Monster Hunter
Great.
type of game.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good title.
Yeah. And then he's got like this symbol on his wall that basically means like it's okay to restart. So
Sure. Yeah.
that's his motto right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Hardcore.
I'll say, yeah.
Excited for the check-in on that.
Yeah. All right, now we'll get on to this one. Bounty Star.
Econocore, Brad, you're in.
This is a post-apocalyptic American West.
Okay.
You are playing as a mech pilot who
Wait, sorry, you said post?
Yes.
Post.
Like Rage was post-apocalypse.
Something like that.
Yeah, Rage 2.
I didn't even know there was post.
Post double. So it's there's post-apocalypse and after that.
That
So
seems
that's like-
unnecessary.
It's like once things have stabilized enough
Yeah.
that it's not mid-apocalypse anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
But all right,
But
whatever.
everything is technically post
Yeah,
yeah.
an apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Regardless,
You got mechs,
sorry.
you got mechs with
I got
guns
mechs
and
with
chain blades,
sword. Yeah,
Brad,
that's
you're
good stuff.
in.
Yeah, of course. You got mechs. Yeah, it's a good sign.
Yeah, so she's out there taking on bounties, doing mechs. But then you've also got this pre-apocalypse garage.
Yeah, here's where I get
that you
where I get
spruce
nervous.
up. Yeah, so you customize
Lifestyle,
your garage,
Farming.
farm, you plant
Yeah.
food.
Oh no.
A little nervous
You
there.
get recipes, you cook your meals.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you go back out there and do some more bounties.
Little nervous. there. Yeah.
look at this.
Yeah, the wave of farming elements to games has become insanely popular
Yeah.
in the last couple of years.
At least
And,
she's not a frog or a witch.
Yeah, and it's a little much for me, but we'll see how it is.
Yeah, I got
Definitely.
those mechs in there.
How involved it is.
Some repeater rifle.
The mech's got to feel pretty good though, pretty decent. Like
Yeah.
I'm not expecting armored core from this thing at all, but like it's got to feel pretty cool.
Yeah.
Foot
Looks
Stroll.
cool.
This one's coming early 2024.
Early 2024 early access or full release, Blood?
I think that's the full release, but I don't know for
If it's
sure.
PC only, it's early access.
Yeah. This just screams early access to me. I don't know why. I'm just getting that
Bounty
vibe.
Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Thirsty Suitors got a release date finally, so that's November 2nd. That is also on everything. That is also on Game Pass. And then I'll let Huber and Isla take this one away.
Go for it, Isla.
One
Go for
last
it, Isla.
thing.
Hell yeah. The pièce de résistance, baby.
Yeah.
They announced an internally developed, which I didn't know they actually did, Blade
This is
Runner.
their first.
Yeah.
And
Blade
they're
Runner 2033, dude. It's after the blackout, but pre-2049.
which is really, really cool.
a weird period of history in
Yeah.
Blade Runner, yeah. Very neat. We don't fully know what this game is. My
Yeah.
guess is like from the tone of it, you're a cop or perhaps a Blade Runner, and you're going through old replicants' memories. I think that's my guess, but who knows? Because basically, if only you could see the things I've seen with your eyes, he's doing that. I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, they spend a lot of time with this kind of wheel thing, like you're skimming through microfiche or something kind of.
Yeah, it looks
feel.
like an updated version of the thing Deckard uses, like the photo computer.
Love that shit.
But yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
Pretty nuts.
we
Could be a visual novel. Could
Yeah,
be a
could be-
Soulsborne.
is this like-
could be an
is this-
RTS.
Is this gonna be
Who
like
knows?
Her
Yeah.
Story or whatever like that?
Project
Was it Her Story that
Pyramid.
came out recently? you going through
you're thinking
footage?
of Immortality?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Like going through footage and stuff.
Yo, I would love that.
would be great. We just know that it's like basically coming out to everything.
Any press release, blood.
What they said is it is coming to PC and consoles to expand the iconic Blade Runner universe.
So that means nothing.
What is the game? You can't do this. Come on. You can't do this. Come on. You cannot announce a game with a full trailer and like not say what like type of game it is.
People do that. I think you'll find that people do that almost every single showcase.
happens a lot.
We are about to get
if
into
it's a new
that.
IP, you're just like, what is this?
We're
Well,
about to
it's-
get into that. That's our segue into this crazy story about Perfect Dark.
Oh yeah, let's talk Bloodwood.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Rebecca Valentine over at IGN has spoken with 13 different sources for people that have worked at these various companies about the timeline, essentially, of what has been going on with this game.
Yeah.
And it's in a better place than what we were hearing last year, but it's still very early. Like, still
Yes.
2
Years.
to 3 years out. From reading the whole thing, that even seems optimistic to me.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, it seems
This game's far still.
Yeah.
Think it'll be on the next Xbox?
And then maybe they were talking to that
2028?
maybe they were talking to that guy at Glass Revolver, and it's like, it's okay to restart.
They
Yeah.
went the other way, though. They made it's a 2D game now.
Side scroller.
Yeah.
So there's a lot here that I'm going to try to skim through, summarize. But to remind you, this was from the Initiative, which is a team that Microsoft built from the ground up. And this is something that came up through there. It was like, we don't want to be afraid of doing this kind of things just because, this company's had these problems. They've met with all these issues with one thing after another. But it's like, we don't want to be afraid to, like, be able to spin up a new studio because, that's important as well as not just acquiring a bunch of companies,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Super important.
But they revealed this back at the Game Awards in 2020 with a CG trailer.
20. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Approaching Silk Song levels here.
That trailer was made by an outside company. At the time it was revealed, the Initiative, this source said, we hadn't even figured out any of our core game mechanics. We didn't even really know what type of game we were going to be making.
What do you mean you don't know what type of game Perfect Dark's gonna be?
You know what it reminds me of is DC trying to do the MCU immediately. Looking across the room and being like, we need to do that and let's just rush into it. And this was to counter Sony's first party and the lack of Microsoft first party
Sure.
exclusives and games. So they're like, let's just build a team and make a Perfect Dark game because that's an established thing and that'll be hype.
And
then
hired a bunch of Sony people.
Hired a bunch of people, yeah.
Specifically, those guys from Insomniac
Yeah.
and Naughty Dog and some other folks that were in there, in the mix.
Yeah. Let's announce something to get people excited
Yep.
because we have to. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
like Elder Scrolls 6. It's like,
Yeah.
let's announce this because like, I need to announce this because yikes.
Yeah. And then, of course, we had talked about last year. There were a lot of reports that a lot of people had left the Initiative due to
Yeah.
conflicts with management and more development duties and stuff shifting around. We'll get into
hemorrhaging
that stuff a
cash.
little bit more. So some of the Initiative is headed up by former Crystal Dynamics folks, which is why Crystal Dynamics
Got-
actually gets into
yeah.
the mix. And then let's see. Oh yeah, and then last year, or not last year, but last month or so, we had heard that like Embracer was even saying, it's like, oh yeah, that's doing better now or whatever. Let's see if I can figure out. So yeah, so they were built from scratch. They were able to choose what they wanted to work on.
Yeah.
So it was
Which is
up
cool.
to them they wanted Perfect Dark because they're kind of saying like this philosophy of, like Microsoft like wanted to like hit like different genres and like have something that was like a pinnacle of,
A genre?
each genre or whatever. And so like they were seeing Perfect Dark as being like the spy thriller. They wanted to have a blockbuster spy thriller.
Shout out to EA's Syndicate,
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite 7s ever made. Sorry, this reminds me of it. Similar like high tech,
Yeah.
first-person vibe.
Yeah, and so wanting to have that blend of action and espionage, where things probably were first red flag here. Management reportedly said multiple times that they wanted to make a quadruple A game.
What?
Dude, one of the best statements ever.
James Cameron shit.
They probably heard Triple I and like, yo, we gotta add an A now. We're gonna get Indy catching up. We gotta get
You just put more
Inflation
graphics
at
into
an
it.
A.
No problem.
Wait,
Get another A in here.
I'm so dumb. What does AAA even stand for? Or does
This
it
has
not?
been a part of the FTC thing. Like,
stands for
it doesn't mean anything.
So it means nothing?
I mean, not really.
Generally,
It just means it's big
very
budget.
high budget. Yes.
Okay. It's so funny
With a
because
big team usually.
yeah, it's so funny because in baseball the AAA is the minors.
Yeah.
Is
In
minor.
gaming
got, like,
terms, though, that's what it
yo.
means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Triple A, the car thing. You got Triple A?
Each A is like a multiple zeros and dollar signs and stuff like just adding zeros with the A's.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they said that like they had a hard time. They kept prototyping and scrapping things for years, trying to figure out like what their core gameplay components are going to be. Here's a bit of a quote: "People in charge were unable to communicate a clear vision for the game."
Leadership is everything, dude.
Yep.
Everything.
Or some said when they did manage to communicate that vision, they ignored or dismissed feedback from the very experienced team that they had put together. So again, they got
Yeah.
all these like luminaries, from different teams, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, no, we don't want to hear what you have to say."
That stuff makes me so angry when when the money people hire
Yeah.
the best of the best of the best, but then they themselves have the best ideas. It's like, why did you hire all these people then?
Yeah.
If you just want them to be hired guns, don't hire capable, thoughtful people.
Yeah.
Right.
It's insanity.
It is.
Well, and
probably
apparently,
wasted
from what
so
we
much
heard
money on that.
before, like the way it was pitched to them,
Yeah,
the
that's
environment
the
was
thing.
very different. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing about it.
Yeah. But here's this all other aspect that I wasn't aware of. So they were teamed up with a development studio called Certain Affinity, who has basically worked on content for like Halo and Call of Duty.
Sure, yeah.
They make a lot of levels and map packs and assets and things like that. And because the initiative was still starting up, Initiative was calling the shots. This other team essentially had more staff working on the game than they did. But the idea was they were going to, tell them what they wanted, and then they would give them things back. But like the communication was like really broken down. Creative ideas were passed around until they were, quote, mangled beyond recognition.
It's like a game of telephone.
Yes, they specifically said that things went back and forth to the point to where, when the person that was finally working on it, the person that said the thing to do, well, there were two different ideas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're like, I made Monkey Ball. That's what you told me to do.
Yeah. In 2021, just not that long after that trailer was shown, because of all of these things, these miscommunication issues between the two companies, they had some basics in place, but they basically decided not to renew the contract. So there they go. There goes half the development team because they're not going to work with these guys anymore. And then that's essentially when the mass exodus of developers started, starting with a guy who had come from Insomniac, who went back to Insomniac.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah. Between 2021 and 2022, they lost 47 people,
Whoa.
Hitman Agent 47.
which brought them to like at their lowest point, like 30-something total staff,
That's really bad.
with whole departments
Wow.
that were completely gone.
30 people working on a quadruple A game.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then a lot of other people that were left because they didn't have the decision makers left. They were essentially like left sitting there for like 9 months without almost nothing to do.
Dude, 9 months.
Yeah.
What they don't realize is that the A's rap like Pac-Man. So after 3, you just go back around to 1. So it's like a single A game.
So then, as we said, like the leaders were formerly from Crystal Dynamics, so that's how that relationship was there. That's how Crystal Dynamics came in. And once Crystal Dynamics was on board, they said that they didn't want to interfere with the company's vision.
Here we go.
But then when they
Redfall
saw
situation.
what was there, it was apparent that there was a lot more that they needed help that needed to be done.
There was no vision.
Yeah, apparent that
Yeah.
there was no vision. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. One former Crystal Dynamics employee described that what they were handed is a construction with no foundation. A lot of the project, if not almost all of it, ended up needing to be wholly reworked. And they had switched to Unreal Engine 5 in the middle of all this too. They had done 3 years of work on it already, but we didn't benefit from 3 years of work.
Yeah, what a disaster.
Yeah.
Absolute disaster.
They say now they would consider Perfect Dark to be more of a Crystal Dynamics game than one by the initiative.
Yeah, 100% probably now.
Yeah. And then IGN also had talked to Matt Booty about some of this stuff. Oh, yeah, I talked about that earlier.
Crystal Dynamics lasts were Avengers and Tomb Raider, right? I know IDOS took over on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but Crystal Dynamics I know helped out.
Yeah.
Avengers,
Yeah, I
and
think
that's
they're
it?
always involved. But
Yeah.
so basically now half of Crystal Dynamics is working on Tomb Raider, the other half is working on Perfect Dark.
Okay.
And then Initiative's staff is currently at about 48 people.
Yeah.
But they're saying
Yikes.
it's in a better place now. They do see it like as just the Perfect Dark team, even though there's two companies. And then that's one of the things that they were talking about with like the conversations with Matt Booty or whatever is that like this idea of like going forward, like these big projects, co-development between multiple teams is going to be more of a thing. And not just like, oh, we'll just outsource this to you. It's like, no, you're actually going to be working together as a combined team.
Like a Ubisoft situation when they have like 7 different Ubisofts. Like,
Exactly. And it says currently still has a long way to go. It's still an FPS balancing combat and espionage with an emphasis on spy gadgets, some experimental movement tech, and a focus on narrative.
Movement tech? Didn't they have like the roll in Zero?
Yeah.
You could like roll for some reason.
I can imagine.
First person?
For whatever reason, I'm just going off of the first teaser. I vaguely remember it, but I imagine you're going to be able to grapple on wall, like a skyscraper or something.
Right.
Or like walk up a building.
Yeah, well, I imagine Dying Light is
Yeah.
probably the kind of thing they're going for. The Dying Light 2 parkour system kind of thing.
Got it.
Oh, for Perfect Dark? Weird.
Mirror's
That'd be
Edge
weird,
was
but-
just too ahead of its time.
Mirror's Edge as well.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Could
Absolutely.
be, yeah.
So I don't know.
I'm
what you
nervous.
think.
Super nervous. I mean, everything you just said, and the fact that each Crystal Dynamics game is worse than the last, in my opinion. Like, I like Tomb Raider the most, then Rise of the Tomb Raider, then Shadow of the Tomb Raider, then Marvel's Avengers. So,
Oh, interesting.
very nervous about everything that has transpired here today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damiani,
Going from,
Perfect
like-
Dark fan.
Yeah, like going from the excitement of that initial trailer and like hearing the team that they were trying to put together and then hearing the reports last year is like, yikes, this thing's like probably not coming along very well to essentially it's like this feels like the behind the scenes we've heard on Metroid Prime 4 where had a different team working on it. Nintendo finally saw it and was like, no, like this is not going well. Let's bring in another team, and Retro was brought in, and it's like, you have a crack at it now. So it seems like they're giving them a bit more direction, but like, yeah, it still doesn't mean anything because they were saying it's still probably years away, and it's like, yeah, they sound like they're pretty early on, and who knows if that's how that's going to pan out. I don't know. Like this Perfect Dark is such like I think it still holds a little bit of weight. Obviously, like I think Zero wasn't as well received, so it doesn't have the same kind of luster as it did when it was like just an N64 game. But I still think it has potential, and they could do stuff with it. But man, like going from N64, that was the like one of the console shooters.
Yep.
Like it exceeded GoldenEye. It's like this is like
In some ways, yes.
yeah,
100%.
It's like
Yes.
this is the evolution of GoldenEye. And it's like this should have gone places, and it didn't.
The expansion
It's
pack
like-
showpiece.
Yeah, it's like how do you get back to that? Especially how big and how varied FPS has become, and it's like, man, maybe I don't know what they could do. Like I don't know, Microsoft give it to like it or something like here, just like give it to like the best of the best. Just make a really
see Machine Games making a sick one.
Yeah, just make
Yeah.
make a really goddamn good first person shooter, please.
Yeah.
Like just do that, and let's start there. I mean, I don't know about bringing in like these teams. Like I don't necessarily feel like I have the confidence in this. Kind of like I always want like Banjo-Kazooie, but it's like I don't even want like Rare to make that because I don't think current Rare could do that. It's
No,
like,
it's
so it's like
different.
so it's like
completely different.
who would you even give that to? It's the same question of Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
Who gets to make this and who's on it now?
The person who has a vision.
Yeah, and I don't. This just feels like we just need more experience. Like we need a little bit more like direction, but like not a vision. Direction is like there's a goal line we're gonna hit, but like vision, it's like this is going to be a big deal. Like this is like you have a passion for this. It doesn't feel like that.
It does not.
It's not coming off like
It
that.
feels corporate.
Yeah, exactly.
It feels
like
corporate.
it's being manufactured.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
Yeah, it's just bad management. It sounds like all the way around. It sounds like what a lot of these devs were brought in for the game originally. That's not how things turned out. So a lot of them left
Yeah.
because, I mean, you got higher ups making just terrible decisions about this game and not knowing what the hell to do. It's like, I don't know how those people still had a job for so long. Like, how were people sitting around for 9 months with not anything to do? What is happening?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure
what
they
is
were working on
happening?
lighting or shaders
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
But did not really,
Lighting your
yeah.
shaders when they don't even know what the core concept of the game is?
Right.
Like, dude, what is happening? Send someone in there to sort it out. Yeah,
Sort
what
it
the
out.
fuck is happening?
Sort it out.
I don't understand
Yeah.
why that
Yeah,
happens.
and that's the thing. It's like that's the snowball effect, right? When you
Yeah.
have that many people leave, like more than half of your
And
studio
retention
leaves.
is so important for
Yeah.
studios. It's like Sony spent so much money to retain Bungie talent
Yeah.
on that
Lock
thing.
it
And it's like
up.
you're losing people. It's so rough, man. Trying to plug holes. Like they're plugging holes with Crystal Dynamics right now. It's scary. I hope it turns out good. I would love to see Perfect
Same.
Dark come back in a glorious state because a
Same.
lot of those old Rare IPs are just like nothing. They're non-existent. They don't exist at all. So it'd be great to see one come back in glorious fashion.
It would be. I think you also nailed it too, Damiani. Just like the potential is there for the brand, you know?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy to think about that because really they've had like, no disrespect to Zero, they've had like 1.5 great games in decades, you know?
right.
But there's like still that hope and that desire for another one. So,
Yeah, yeah. I think there's identity with that character that people really liked.
yeah.
But it's also strange that it's like, yeah, how do you figure out like balancing like what this character is and then what that game was and how that compares to like all of the shooters that have come out since then. And it's like it's clear that they don't want to just compete with that.
Yeah.
It's clear that they don't want to make another Halo,
yeah.
but
No, don't.
You definitely have to lean
Yeah.
into the espionage. For
Yeah,
sure.
well, don't
Yeah,
focus
who
on
does?
multiplayer at all with this game right now.
Yeah.
I would
is
say
a bummer.
no.
Yeah.
You focus on the single player and maybe co-op or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You see what the original games did well, and you just
I mean the
improve
original
on it.
game did multiplayer well.
I
That's-
know
that's
that,
what
but
that's
I'm
their problem.
saying, well, when you go to Zero and you think of multiplayer, you're like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
no,
no.
none of that.
No.
You think about the mission structure, and the missions, like, I just think about like some great FPS like campaigns. I think of like Titanfall 2. It's like, take inspiration from that. Don't even think. I hope they're not even thinking about like live service
Yeah.
seasons or some
Yeah.
shit in Perfect Dark.
It's
Please
crazy.
don't do that.
It's crazy to think about because like Perfect Dark for me was the first persistent multiplayer game in the sense that all of my friends could come over and have their own profiles that would like save their wins and
Oh, right.
losses and
Yeah.
stuff. It was like, now that shit is so it's live service common. Everything is recorded and cataloged, and it's like back then it was like, whoa, like we can like save our stats. That's crazy because GoldenEye was just like, all right, match.
yeah.
It was like, dude, that's so
Like,
cool.
Yeah, you gotta have like really creative weapons and gadgets.
Yup.
You've got to have really good objectives in your missions.
Yes.
Objective-based missions, and like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like Splinter Cell, like the last ones, or that have, like really did those kind of like well.
Like
Potentially.
missions like that.
But
Yeah.
also, the
espionage
guys
missions.
that actually worked on that game are working on a Time Splitters game that we still haven't
Yep.
seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Time Splitters.
That
Yeah.
would be another one. That, yeah, would definitely be right up that alley. So
about that.
yeah, I'm trying to remember like the last one. I
With
heard
like
of a
really
play that had,
good
like,
missions.
Yeah, and like espionage, like stealth.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, but Hitman's third person, but like first
Yeah.
person.
I know. I was
it's
thinking of
yeah.
like Hitman kind of style for this game now.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the same, but like
first person. Yeah,
you got this
They're
mission.
getting- they're
here's
getting
your
the real
tools,
deal.
You figure out
Bond.
how to do it.
yeah, they're getting Bond. And
They're getting the real
Get that out
deal.
before, and they'll be like, Perfect Dark's like, you missed your chance.
Yeah.
You missed your window.
Seriously.
Like, dang.
Throwing some set
Well,
pieces, throwing some
what's
action.
crazy is like a lot of this, very clearly reminds me of the stories we had with Redfall, right? And it's wild because the team that ended up having to work on Redfall probably would have been perfect for Perfect Dark.
Arcane.
If Arcane made
An
a Perfect
Arcane,
Dark,
you're so right.
You know?
Holy shit, Blood, you're right. Holy shit. Yes.
Yeah, but that all started before they even bought
yeah,
them.
yeah. This has been.
But then
this was a mess before that even happened. Yeah.
Do you just make Perfect Dark an immersive sim?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like,
Yeah.
you lean it like,
Yeah.
obviously I think you have more action,
Yeah.
but
Like a more
you can
action
lean
love
into
it.
that.
Deus Ex.
I love it. I love it. Project manager right here,
You gotta-
Daniel Bloodworth,
You just
creative
need to,
director.
You need to keep a lot of action though in it.
Yeah.
You have to.
a lot of action.
It has to be way more action.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
This sounds like it
Moments
has a
where
pretty
you
good
like,
amount of action.
I didn't
yeah,
play the second one.
moments where you like need, like this is an
you're-
action.
it's a
part.
firefight, yeah,
yeah,
you're
shooting for sure.
Gotta have
Deus
it.
They
Ex
should
too.
look at the
Yeah.
Mission Possible films for inspiration.
Definitely.
The action sequences.
On the set pieces.
Yeah,
you're saying?
yeah, you
100%.
absolutely should have
Dude,
some
Yeah.
I want like a shootout outside a building on the wall, like
Yeah,
on
Rainbow
the-
Six Vegas.
Yeah, like we're rappelling down, and it's like a giant shootout,
Yeah,
like
you-
on a tall ass
Yeah.
skyscraper. You start at like the rooftop. It's like
That'd be so
you gotta get to
awesome.
the bottom.
Going in floors and going back outside
Yeah,
the
like, you gotta get back in
windows.
the cover and
yeah,
stuff, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
Now I'm thinking
And
of like the crazy hybrid Chimera game that like Arcane and Hitman 47 teams like they're working on level design and like mobility like abilities, tools, that kind of stuff. And then id Software does the combat.
Yes.
It's just like this bonkers pastiche. I think it'd be cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I wonder
What
how
did
much
it just help out with again? What was that?
Starfield.
Starfield.
Yeah.
Was there another
They
one
helped
too?
with the shooting in Starfield?
Yeah, they help
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
That makes sense.
And there was one other one.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
What's in your head?
Yeah.
Bungie came through and
Yeah.
shut down
I love that
Last of
though.
Us.
I love the cross-company collaboration there.
But that also makes me wonder though, because we were talking about Deus Ex in there as well. I wonder how much Crystal Dynamics has helped with that, because I know
Eidos was the lead on Shadow for
Yeah.
sure.
I think it.
Eidos Montreal.
Chat's saying it might have been Redfall that it helped on.
Oh,
It might have
But
been
I don't know if
actually.
that was a
yeah.
joke or not.
There's something. I know.
Could have been both.
Yeah, I don't know.
interesting.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
there's our yearly Perfect Dark check-in. I guess
Damn.
we probably won't hear from them for a while.
Yeah. Out of my brain.
Yeah. Now it's time to check in on the sales.
Yes.
We got the May
It's here.
sales report coming later this
When was
month.
Tears of the Kingdom?
That was that month.
Yeah.
Number one. Yeah.
No brainer.
10 million 1 week, so we know it's
Yep.
that. We know it's at least
Yep.
10 million.
On the way to that 50, baby. Hashtag all 50.
From Matt Piscatella at Circana, U.S. consumer spending on video game content, hardware, and accessories totaled $4.1 billion, 12% increase compared to a year ago. New physical video game software spending reached its highest May total since May 2014.
Wow.
So that's
It's
a
insane.
big jump.
2023, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Impossible year.
Video game hardware spending increased 56% versus last year.
In May,
Yeah.
Yeah, people can find
Tears of
hardware.
the Kingdom Switch Special Edition.
Maybe.
Helped out a little
Probably,
bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Highest hardware spend for May since May 2008. Double-digit % growth in both PlayStation 5
Thought he was gonna
and
say Double
Switch dollar
Dragon.
sales. Again, offset declines on other platforms.
Oh, so Xbox.
Sounds like it.
Ooh.
Switch was the best-selling hardware platform in both unit and dollar sales during May.
Zelda.
PlayStation 5 still continues to lead for the whole year. Accessories are up as well.
those
DualSense
Joy-Cons.
Edge is still
Oh.
the best-selling.
Okay. Wow.
Damn.
That's pricey.
Must be nice,
Yes,
gamers.
pricey.
So much.
Holy shit.
Gamers will pay up
Dude.
if they want something.
And the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Series 1 Amiibo character pack led May accessories and unit sales.
Oh, of course. Nintendo getting paid.
I bought it.
Good. I would have been disappointed if you said you didn't.
Yeah, I bought it.
So yes, you've nailed it. Zelda was number one.
Yeah, too easy.
What is it up to? I need the current
We
tally.
don't know.
We don't know.
We won't know until Nintendo
Nintendo
gets
don't
its
officially
Yeah,
say
I just
something.
know it's
financial
over
report.
10 million.
Yeah. But here are some things. It is already the second best-selling game of the whole year.
Easy.
Let me remind you, Nintendo does not include digital sales on this report.
Yeah, that's
So
insane.
it is second best-selling
insane.
of the year without including digital
Yeah.
sales.
They will,
blows my mind every time.
if they hit huge milestones like, hey, 30 million copies, will that include digital?
Yeah, when
right?
Nintendo says the number,
it's
yes.
all
If they
They
say
don't
it,
tell their
yeah.
digital
Just so
numbers
you know,
to
Huber,
Circana.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom. So Breath
of the Wild is
not
28,
at-
right?
It's not at 30 million
Yeah.
yet. That's Breath of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom, baby.
I know.
You said 50?
50.
He said 50.
50.
Just
Stay above 50.
Breath of the Wild, meanwhile, returned
Speed.
to the top 20.
See?
It's
Breath of the Wild's going to get there too, dude.
13th place.
But this is boosting Breath of the Wild even higher. So.
They're going to boost each other, dude. They're going to boost.
That's 13th place? Wow.
If Nintendo decided to, I feel like they don't do digital just to give everybody else a chance to be in the top 20. It's like they would just dominate.
Yeah, it sure feels like
Yeah.
it this time.
That is the only new game for May,
All right.
is Tears of the Kingdom. So I don't know if you want me to just go through the
Dying Light
list.
2.
You Dying Light 2?
Yep.
Dying Light 2?
Yep.
Why
Dead Island 2. Dead Island
Oh,
2.
Dead Island.
Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2.
Something.
Fourth.
Boom.
All right, that's pretty good.
Where's
'Cause,
Jedi Survivor?
Third.
hey, so did Resident Evil 4 stay in the top 20 or no?
Ninth.
Nice.
Nice.
Goaty.
Top 20. Where's Mario Kart, Blood? Just tell us.
Mario Kart 8 is at 8 again.
GTA 5.
No, it's never
That's been
in
out
this
for a while.
list. Did it come back?
It's not.
Where's Call of Duty?
But
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is 5th place.
all right, where's Minecraft?
Minecraft is 12th place.
There you go. Minecraft's the
Where
one
are
that's
the
always in there
sports
now.
games?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sports games.
NBA something.
MLB is the highest sports game, 6th place. FIFA is at 7th place. Which,
Good for them.
Yeah. Let's see. Madden is at 15th.
Ouch.
And that's, Madden comes out in August. They're about almost a year.
Yeah, this is like a year into
Still.
like Madden. It's still in there.
Darkest Dungeon 2.
No.
You wish, dude.
No.
I wish.
Not there.
That'd be sick.
Dead Cells 1.
Where's Elden Ring?
Elden Ring is at 11.
Okay.
right.
Hang it in
That's-
there.
That's
in
my
there.
girl.
Respectable.
Hang it in there.
Golden in there.
All right. You ready for this full
Yeah,
list?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Spider-Man 1.
Oh, God of War.
God of War Ragnarok 16.
There you go.
I don't think Spider-Man's here.
Okay. I thought maybe Spider-Man 2 would have.
Yeah.
Missed it.
Not yet.
Too far.
Not yet. 20th, Super Mario 3D World.
All right.
19th, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Classic brand
going.
there.
18, we got Pokemon Scarlet Violet.
Okay.
17, New Super Mario Brothers.
Evergreen. Evergreen,
Wait,
baby.
the Switch or the OG, like the
Switch
It
one.
just says New
It's
Super Mario
probably the
Brothers.
Switch
Switch.
one. It's
Gotta be.
gotta be.
Well,
gotta
no, because it has a proper title.
Yeah, they would say New Super Mario Brothers U, right?
Yeah, yeah. 'cause-
Why would New Super Mario Brothers show up at all?
Yeah, the Wii game.
no
The DS game.
DS is the
game?
original.
This did not. This
Yeah.
this is.
Something
It's a
soft.
typo.
It's a
That's
typo.
that's a typo.
It's the
Tweet
Switch
at
one.
Matt. Tweet
It's
at
the
Matt
Switch
right now.
one.
Ask him a clarification.
Yeah, it's
Send your
Switch.
corrections to Matt Piscatella
yeah,
on
yeah.
Twitter.
After we go through the list, I might dig through see what we got.
Chat just dropped a fun little tidbit on me. Ready to feel old? Mario Kart 8 was number 2 on the NPDs in May 2014 when it came out.
Yep.
Insanity.
Wow. That was 2014? Mario
Yeah,
Kart 8?
it was Wii U.
2014.
Oh,
That
game.
really, dude, 2014 is my least favorite gaming year of the last decade plus, but I didn't know Mario Kart 8 was that year. Interesting.
Tropical Freeze.
16
And
was
Tropical Freeze, of course.
God of War. 15 was Madden. 14 Smash Brothers.
All right.
13 Breath of the Wild. 12 Minecraft. 11 Elden Ring. 10. Here's another one coming out of nowhere. Far Cry 6.
What?
Up from 49th place.
Must
Had
have
to
been a
have been.
huge
Must have
sale.
been a
Yeah,
sale.
complete
Big
edition.
sale.
Some tie-in, maybe.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was trying to think of like New Super Mario Brothers. No discontinued thing or anything. That would be
Yes,
no.
yeah, that's the thing. New Super Mario Brothers was on the previous month at 16 too, so I'm not sure what's going on.
There's a 16-2 already? That was for you, Isla.
Thank you. I appreciated that.
9 was Resident Evil 4, 8 was Mario Kart 8, 7 was FIFA, 6 was MLB, 5 was Call of Duty, 4 was Dead Island, 3 is Star Wars, 2
Far
is...
Cry hit Steam in May.
2 is Hogwarts, and then 1 is Tears of the Kingdom.
Hell, jeez. What a year, dude.
And then this will pop up next month, but we already know Final Fantasy 16 has sold 3 million copies.
50 million. No, just kidding.
No,
They wish.
no Final Fantasy.
20 mil.
That's the highest
Final
Final Fantasy
Fantasy
ever.
10
That's
is-
Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
That's the
10
highest
broke 20
ever.
million,
Bring back
but
that.
That's PS2.
Bring
Yeah.
back dress spheres
20 mil.
and you'll make some money, guys.
Love dress.
I don't
spheres.
think 10-2 sold very probably nearly as well.
Love
Fashion,
dress.
dude. Fashion. Gamers love dresses.
they're bundled.
Now they are.
Yeah, they're bundled now, yeah.
Yeah. We've got more news to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell on YouTube. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yo, we all have to shave. Generally speaking, most people anyway have to shave at some point. And we've all probably had razor burn, cuts, etc. I like these T-shaped safety razors, and my favorite one that I've ever used is by Henson Shaving. They manufacture aerospace parts, so you know you're getting a good thing. The edges are not sharp, so a different brand that I used I would get scratches from the apparatus, not from the blade. This one doesn't do that. The edges are beveled, and it's really great. I don't get side scratches from the apparatus itself. It's marvelous. Henson Shaving. They are family-owned aerospace parts manufacturer. They've made parts for the ISS, International Space Station, and they're making razors now for you. Razor blades are like diving boards. The longer the board is, the more it wobbles. So you want precision. They only have 0.0013 inches of the blade visible. Just what you need to get a smooth cut without hurting yourself. It's marvelous. And it has a little channel, so it's clog-free. It doesn't get all gummed up. Other razors I've used have gotten all gunked up. Not fun. Seriously. This is my favorite razor I've ever used. I'm not even joking. Henson Shaving makes the best razor. And you don't have to get stuck into some weird subscription thing. It's great. Anyway, I feel like I can rant and ramble about Henson Shaving for longer than is probably appropriate for talking about a razor. But anyway, it's time to say no to subscriptions and yes to a razor that'll last you a lifetime. Visit hensonshaving.com/allies to pick the razor for you and use code ALLIES and you'll get 2 years worth of blades for free with your razor. Just make sure you add them to your cart. That's 100 free blades when you head to hensonshaving.com/allies and use code ALLIES. Seriously, do it. It's really good. Okay, thanks. Bye.
And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. All right. Bloober team, this is a weird headline. They're turning away from psychological horror. That was it. Layers of Fear was
Yeah.
it. No more psychological horror.
What? Aren't they making
Yes.
Silent Hill 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
They're moving
The staple of psychological
to
horror
mass
of all time.
market horror.
Mass market horror. Okay.
Essentially, they're putting more
more jump
emphasis
scares.
on gameplay mechanics.
Dude.
I mean, Layers of Fear is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
walk and look around for
yeah,
sure.
there is no gameplay mechanic.
Yeah, they're saying
It's
that.
horror Jessica.
Yeah.
Their previous games were focused on graphics, story, setting
Yeah.
the mood, and were often called walking simulators.
That
Yeah.
really it was smart though. When the original Layers of Fear came out, it was an indie game that looked gorgeous. I mean, you throw a haunted mansion in there and have it look really atmospheric and scary like that. That drew a lot of us
Well,
in.
and that's what the whole kind of framework for this is, because they're saying
Yeah.
that was their 2.0. That was Bloober Team 2.0. Now they're moving on to Bloober Team 3.0.
3.0.
We're
Then
doing phases. Like
yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
Shoot a gun in a game.
Quadruple A.
Yeah.
And Silent Hill 2 will be that first 3.0 game.
Okay.
from
That's funny, but that is psychological. Or, it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one of the best examples. But I guess it does have gameplay, so
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so stupid. Like, what is? What did? Like, why did you even say that?
Just like make headlines. It feels like.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes me much more nervous for the Silent Hill 2 or not.
It
Yeah,
makes
it-
me roll my eyes.
Yeah, it's like I'm like weirdly annoyed by it,
Yeah.
but I'll forget it in 5 minutes. But I'm
Right,
like weirdly
right.
annoyed right now.
Also, apparently, even though they had been talking with Konami for years about, hey, we want to do some Silent Hill spin-off, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, they did not plan on this Silent Hill 2 thing. They got to this meeting with Konami and they're like, hey, why don't you give us a pitch for a remake of Silent Hill 2? And they're like, what?
That's interesting.
Excuse me?
That's funny. So they approached them to do it.
Yeah, they had been talking. They wanted
Yeah.
to do Silent Hill, but they
Didn't
not-
expect that
yeah,
though.
did not expect to be on that level.
Wild.
There are currently, putting things into perspective with quadruple A Perfect Dark over here, there are 230 people working at Bloober Team.
Wow,
That's
they
a
pump out
lot.
games, I guess. Though it seems like it right now.
They have managed to avoid doing layoffs,
Nice.
and they would like to continue to stay independent. So
Cool.
they're not looking for anyone to buy them.
Cool.
Get wrecked, Microsoft.
For now.
And Bracer's out of money, so they're not.
The well's dried up.
God.
All right. Yeah, and that leads into we're catching up on our court statements. This has been, I have been like just completely.
This is a mess.
Deluded.
You are the courtroom
Under the-
correspondent.
That's right.
I'm not.
No, you
Shout
are.
out to
Let
the
the games begin.
Rebecca and I think Totillo's in there, and just everyone that's like actually in that room.
Can
and
we-
then having
can
to
we
like
have
stand
board,
in the
like,
hallway
on the
between
street?
things.
I wish.
Like there are times when they're like, "Oh, you're not allowed to hear this," so everyone just has to go stand out in the hallway.
Yeah.
For like 20 minutes or 90 minutes.
I really wonder what they're not allowed to hear after some of the stuff we were allowed to hear.
Oh, well, we're gonna get.
We're gonna
into
get some
of this.
things we
Yeah,
weren't supposed to hear.
Yeah.
Cataclysmic wave of court reports.
Oh my.
It is.
Yeah, the thing we weren't supposed to hear is the best.
We'll get it.
It's my
We'll
dream.
We'll get it.
Yes. I
But-
can't wait. Get excited.
The
Oh my God.
I'm excited.
Yes.
but what's crazy is like I spent hours today going through this stuff and I still like have barely a grasp on it. So yes, we know we're not the experts. We understand.
We are not Easy Allah's law firm.
right.
I actually was a lawyer for a while.
But today is the last day of court appearances. As we were starting, they were wrapping up the closing arguments.
Oh wow.
And then, but it could still be a couple of weeks before
Got
the
it.
judge comes to a decision.
When did the official court start? Like how long has it
It was
been?
last Thursday, essentially.
Okay.
I think that maybe Wednesday, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And is this for all the marbles? Like
No,
if
this is just the entire point of this hearing right now is to buy the FTC time. So the FTC is saying we need you to stop Microsoft from buying Activision long enough for us to make a case that it should never happen. So and
That's so
that would
weird.
that would happen in like August.
Yes.
Because they have a deadline that they're supposed to buy them in July or whatever.
right.
And if they don't do that, then they owe them like $3 billion or something. But if the court blocks it, then I'm sure there's whatever exceptions.
They owe Activision $3 billion.
Yeah. So if they don't buy Activision, they owe them $3 billion.
Yep.
Is that a wire transfer or a Venmo or?
Straight cash.
I like the Venmo bear joke, Gabby.
Yeah. Season pass currency for some games.
Yeah.
Seriously.
In general, the past week since we last talked about this, there have been a lot of moments when the FTC has basically made itself look like it's doesn't know what it's talking about, which is not
Shocker.
exactly what you want from
Right.
somebody who is trying to make a case that this is going to create anti-competition or whatever. But all they really need to do is prove that there is a strong enough case for them to kick the can down the road.
Love kick the can.
Also, unlike the UK, who was like really focused on cloud gaming in their final decision, this has been way more focused on Call of Duty.
Call of Duty,
stuff. Yeah. Very, very Call of Duty focused.
You should probably see the next Call of Duty pretty soon, huh? Do you think this has impacted anything regarding Call of Duty, or
No.
still on track for a October, November, December release as usual?
I think so.
Something, yeah.
So one of the funnier things to bring up here first, before we get into more timeliney, a bunch of information mistakenly leaked
Here we go.
through documents that attempted to redact information.
What do I always ask about?
But you could either you could read through the Sharpie, or there was one that I saw that had they just put up the version that hadn't been redacted, so you could just read the whole thing.
Oh my god. Lay it on us, blood.
Last of Us Part 2 cost some $220 million.
Budgets, baby. We got them. Love it, dude.
How much? He was shouting over it.
Sorry.
$220 million,
Wow.
with a peak headcount of some 200 full-time employees.
I thought it'd be around 200 million, but
sure.
it was nice to hear 220 actually.
Confirmation.
Horizon Forbidden West was 212.
Yeah.
Utilizing more than 300 developers.
Yeah. That's AAA budgets now for a lot of these games now.
So will quadruple A be 300 million then? Is that
Well, for Xbox, it's going to be like, by the time everything's said and done, 500 mil.
Yeah, Perfect Dark. It's going down in history. $400 million game.
But yeah, Huber, why are you excited about that?
Budget. I love that information. Like, it's too secretive for no reason. Like, you know.
Right.
Like, what is the point of hiding that number? I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting to compare indie games to AAA games and the amount of people working on them, the amount of money spent on them, combined with how long they take. Like, all of that information to me is fascinating. It's why I love the NPD so much. Like, I just love cold hard facts and numbers when it comes to my favorite
completely
medium.
Transparent, right?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Production budget, and then you know, a little less than that on marketing and stuff, or like half the production budget plus.
Yeah, film companies are very transparent.
Yeah.
Hollywood bookkeeping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hollywood bookkeeping.
The next little thing that I think was supposed to be redacted, in 2021, 1 million PlayStation players played only Call of Duty and nothing else.
Yep.
Nothing else in 2021 from
is-
1 million people. Just Call of Duty.
That is like not surprising to me, Blood.
Not at all, yeah.
Well, I would think they'd play maybe one or two more games actually now that I think about it. Maybe
Madden
one
or
more.
NBA.
But
6 million? 6 million.
Yeah.
70% of their time on Call of Duty.
yeah, it's insane. Call of Duty is super important.
Yep.
And for PlayStation, Call of Duty directly generated over $800 million for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Why do you
In the
think?
United States only.
Yeah. Why do you think Jim Ryan's like dragging his feet on all this, like making a fuss? Of course he is.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Can
Wild.
Sony now sue them for letting this stuff leak or anything?
Sue the judge, sue the court, sue their own lawyers.
Microsoft?
No, yeah, it was their own lawyer, wasn't
it?
it?
Their own lawyer.
Their own side,
I mean,
I
they
believe.
could sue their own lawyers.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is fun to talk to non-gamers because like I'm in this industry 24/7 all the time. Lose a little bit of that perspective, but like talk to so many people who are just like, yeah, I just play Call of Duty. I just play Mario
MLB
Kart.
The Show.
Yeah, MLB. Yeah, just
Yeah.
play my MLB. Yep, crazy.
Stephen Totilo had reported that the Indiana Jones game, something Todd Howard had been trying to get made for a decade.
Wow.
And anyone,
Couldn't buy this one, Todd.
What? I
What?
don't get it.
Todd Howard
Couldn't buy what?
couldn't buy any. Couldn't get the IP, dude. They
They
didn't-
got it.
Oh, they.
They did.
They're working on it. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
He's just something he wanted to do, but you know they've been doing other
He's
stuff.
I thought
been
Machine
wanting
Games
to
is
do
doing
it.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're owned by Bethesda. Todd Howard.
I forgot. There's too many acquisitions, man. I can't keep up with this shit. I can't keep up. This is old. Fuck. I can't keep up.
And it said Pete Hines was saying in an email, anyone who has seen the pitch has immediately said, "OMG, I have to play that game right now."
Sick.
So
Is it third person, right?
We don't know.
we don't know.
We haven't
We don't
seen
know.
anything on
We
it.
don't know that yet.
Okay.
Some other companies that Xbox had considered acquiring
Oh my god, this
Here we
list.
go. More.
were
Yeah.
Sega, Warner Brothers,
Sega.
Warner
All
Brothers.
The rumors.
Nexon.
They're all true.
Yeah.
Supergiant,
They're all true.
Damn.
Niantic,
So basically, just everyone
Zynga,
that's
which
available.
Zynga is insane.
Take-Two got, right?
Yeah.
Bungie, and Square Enix.
There was also, I think, From Software on that list too. There's
This
some
is
other
who
stuff.
Microsoft want to do.
So
a
it's
They were,
project?
Xbox
they were
one.
considering.
Wow.
So it's everyone but like Capcom and Ubisoft. Hey.
I mean, it's a lot.
Those could be ongoing. Who knows?
It's a lot.
That's just what we know.
Yeah.
In fact, in 2020, just days after denying they were pursuing acquisitions of Japanese developer, Phil Spencer pitched acquiring Sega to help them accelerate Game Pass.
Yeah.
So it's like,
After
no, we're
denying
not
it.
doing that.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't believe executives.
The lies of P, dude.
Internally, they seem to be very unsure where
my
the
favorite
future of
meme.
xCloud is going.
Lies of Phil.
That's not good.
It kind of said that like they're moving forward with it because that's what they have.
Yep.
And they
Vision.
want
Vision.
it to avoid becoming a gold toilet. It's basically something that's fancy but utterly useless.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
And while they publicly pitched the idea of like kids in India like playing Halo on their phone, internally they've admitted that they don't really have the right games for that market or the business models for that market. So cloud gaming largely for them still depends on hardcore gamers getting sold on it.
Yep.
So that's why like stuff like the Samsung TV is like, hey, just play Halo on your Samsung because they realize they don't have the stuff that's going to get people to like put nobody cares about putting like an Xbox controller out on their phone.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Yeah,
not the mobile
exactly.
gamers they want.
Nope.
Yeah. Jim Ryan turn. When questioned about Starfield's exclusivity, Jim Ryan said that while he doesn't like it, he doesn't view it as anti-competitive.
he doesn't like it.
I have fundamentally no quarrel with it.
No quarrel, dude.
But he doesn't like it.
No
I don't like it.
quarrel.
He doesn't love it.
I don't like it.
Let it stand.
No quarrel.
He claims that he spoke with a number of publishers about Game Pass and that they unanimously do not like Game Pass because it is value destructive. Point which a lot of smaller publishers have then come out on Twitter and
Some.
countered. Yeah.
I've seen some smaller ones
Yeah.
agree with him, though.
Not
Also.
an incredible value.
Yeah. Well, the other people that have
For-
reported on
yeah.
it have said mixed.
Yeah, it's of course it's gonna be mixed. Yeah.
Yeah, I
some
know
people
some
get
people-
success on it, some don't.
I know some people who like agreeing to be on Game Pass paid for their entire
Yeah,
game.
absolutely.
So who knows?
Yeah. And speaking of Sega, like that whole Like a Dragon series, all the Yakuza games
All
are
the
there.
Persona stuff they're putting on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, generally, if the corpos lose, the consumer wins. You know, so it's a great value for us.
Yeah. While we noted an email last week in which Jim Ryan appeared to be unconcerned when he first heard about the acquisition, this week the speculation is all up on this other follow-up email from Phil Spencer that set his alarm bells ringing.
Bing, 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 bing,
We do not know what this email is. That's one of the things that's just fully retracted. So, full speculation on that.
What's your speculation, Bloodworth?
I don't know. It seems the main thing that he may be concerned about is Game Pass. That like if Call of Duty is on Game
Yeah,
Pass,
yeah, exactly.
then people
And maybe the
are gonna jump
percentage
ship.
of the cut that they will get from having it on their platform, just maybe get less
yeah,
from
that
that.
800 million is going to go down quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece of the pie. Piece of the pie. Everyone fighting for their pie.
Yeah. Call of Duty's the pie.
Yeah.
So it's like even if it's not exclusive, if it's on Game Pass, then
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
How many copies would Tears of the... What's the math there? How many copies would Tears of the Kingdom need to sell to make 800 mil? Like, what's the...
I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Someone can
Well, I
just...
mean,
Jason,
it already-
just own it.
Raw?
We can't do
Raw,
math
it's,
that
it's
fast.
at 700 million raw without anything yet deducted because 10 million times 70.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, you got to deduct a lot of stuff from
Right.
that. It's not. That's not what Nintendo's pocketing.
But it does seem like Jim Ryan is potentially thinking more of just like the long-term consequences. That's why he's not satisfied like this 10-year deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Because he realizes that like basically like nobody's guaranteed to be in the lead forever. So it's not the like, okay, well right now we're
Definitely.
fine with where, you know, if Xbox took Call of Duty exclusive right now, we'd be good, whatever. But in
he's
15 years,
he's looking at PS6 and 7.
yeah, if in 15 years
Yeah.
PlayStation's in a
Yeah.
hard spot and then they pull Call of Duty, then it's like, well, now we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
So
Right? Because we know 2028's next gen.
right.
Yeah, we did.
So,
That's
yeah.
the target, yeah.
So 5
Stay
years
on
in the
target.
next gen, you know, exclusivity washes up.
Yeah. Shit.
So we'll see. Bobby Kotick
Oh boy, here
Also,
we go.
not the
clearly
Kingdom
thinks
Pass.
that making Call of Duty exclusive to a single platform would be a terrible idea and result in a backlash from players.
Yeah.
Because again, they're all trying to get to this: will Microsoft do it or not? Kind of,
Yeah.
so they're questioning everybody.
It would be intense.
Yeah,
Dude,
it would
if
be.
that happens, it will be so. I will be on the internet all day that day.
Like this live stream Twitter
Popcorn,
today.
like the popcorn meme. Absolutely. Yeah.
They got him. They were asking him about Switch stuff. He admitted
Here we go.
that he was wrong about the Switch's prospects before launch, and it was a mistake not to put Call of Duty on Switch.
Look at that.
They will be considering Nintendo's future console when they have specs.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Did they have Call of Duty on Wii
Switch
U?
money, dude.
Yeah.
They did. They
did.
did.
They absolutely
Black
did.
Ops.
You got any
Yeah.
remarks about what he said about what he expects from Switch successor? No.
No, I don't. I don't have that, but I think I know what you're getting at. I just don't. Not confidence. I didn't write it down.
There's being floated around that he expects it roughly to be around the power of PlayStation 4, Xbox One. Like people are trying to parse it, saying like, oh, he means undocked for this, and then a little bit more powerful when it's docked. Blah blah blah. Who knows like that? But yeah, he kind of gave some of his. It's his speculation.
Sure.
Obviously, does not have the specs.
That's before 2028.
Spec
obviously, right?
speculation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll probably be next
Yeah.
year.
God, I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just ride that Switch gravy train
Yeah.
all the way to 2030.
Right. I mean,
They're
did it with
going
Game
to,
Boy.
probably.
They did
Yeah.
it with Game Boy. So who knows? He expressed that Sony has enormous competitive advantage in the ability to produce new IP and its reach around the world. Specifically talking about The Last of Us.
Yeah.
They,
Good video game.
very recently created this new IP and now live
10 years.
very successfully, branched it into a TV show, and so very, very big IP.
Yeah. Horizon needs a really cool show. or
It's
a
getting
movie.
a show.
Yeah,
It
but it
is,
needs
yeah.
to be like good. Not Twisted Metal.
No.
Not to write that off before I've seen it, but not confident.
So I don't know if you remember this. FTC's had this weird argument accusing them, like, well, what Microsoft could do is they could just make Call of Duty worse on PlayStation.
That's an insane theory.
They would make it worse, and it's like there's an actual theory, it's an actual thing, the argument they're presenting, and he's like, no. He said that it would result in vitriol and backlash from players that would damage the company and be well deserved.
Yeah, damage the brand.
Yeah.
Big time. Hard to come back from that.
I forget who had said this or where this had come from, but apparently half of U.S. PS5 owners own a Switch. Only 20% also own an Xbox.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because the overlap.
Yeah.
The Switch has the exclusives,
Yeah,
and then,
that's
if you have an Xbox or a PlayStation, you have, like, roughly the same catalog minus, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Switch.
Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella says, if it was up to me, I would love to get rid of the entire sort of exclusives on consoles, but that's not up to me to define.
That'd be lame.
The dominant player there, Sony, has defined market competition using exclusives, and so that's the world we live in. I have no love for that world.
What a stupid
What?
comment.
Yeah, I
it's like
don't-
you've had exclusives since the
Yeah.
day Xbox came
Yeah.
out.
And honestly, it's so good for the industry competition. Like, I don't know. If everything was on everything, I think it would be a less interesting industry, and I think innovation would slow down, honestly.
And I think one of the consoles would eventually just go away.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
easy to say that
Genesis.
when your console's like doing the worst by far out of everyone too.
Nintendo apparently had somebody that had a whole video deposition. Too confidential to show in court.
Whoa.
Saw none of it.
Miyamoto.
Absolutely none of it.
Wait,
no,
it-
it wasn't me. It was
it was
some
not.
corporate person, but like
For Nintendo, yeah.
attorney or something.
Yeah. A
Switch
representative.
2? Switch 2, you think?
Nintendo's probably like give us like full confidential shit, or we don't say anything. Like it'd be most
Anything at
basic
all.
stuff.
Yeah,
and there's like,
you're so right.
sorry, no,
You're
no,
so right.
we don't share our digital sales
Yeah.
with like new MPD. Like, what do you think you're getting? Yeah, you're not getting crap. You want to pay us some fees so we're like the streaming rights for this. You want to talk? You want this public?
When Nintendo shows up everywhere, do they have like 9 lawyers? Just like,
And a sniper team. They showed it to the judge and everybody, right? Just they kicked the press out for that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it was submitted like basically like outside of the courtroom hours kind of
Oh, okay.
thing. It's like there's a note that's like, yeah, we got this from Nintendo, next order of business kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's been a lot of weird back and forth. Again, talking about the FTC and this judge not really knowing video games as to whether Nintendo counts as a direct competitor, which we just did the sales report. Look at the sales report.
Yeah.
It's half of that thing is Nintendo without digital sales. Come on. Even weirder, attempts to define which hardware generation the
Wow.
Switch is, whether it's in Gen 8 or Gen 9.
Wow.
Nonsense Wikipedia, please. Why did you do this to us?
I wonder if Nintendo not being direct competition or not is solely because of Call of Duty. It's like, oh, Call of Duty's not on that, so it's not competition.
It is well.
Hey,
It's
or
what. Yeah.
something.
No, it's very much one of these things where it's like you change your answer based on
Yeah.
who's asking, right? Yeah. And so it's it's like, well, when you're talking to a reporter and you want to talk about how good Xbox is doing, and what Nintendo's got going on. It's like, yeah, well, we're not really competing with anybody. We're doing our own thing. They're doing their own thing. We just want gamers to expand. Then you get into court and you're saying it's like, well, you're going to take, all of this Sony market, and we're like, oh, but Nintendo's part of the market too. We're like, don't take Nintendo away.
Yeah. Foolish.
Yeah. So, but yes, obviously Nintendo is part of the same market. We're not talking about like Tiger handhelds or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially like when you look at like the Annapurna showcase, like how many of those games are also on Switch?
Yeah.
Like it is there. Yes, there are games that are not also, but there are plenty that are.
It's a home console. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Nintendo
The Witcher
and Sony
3
go back.
is on Switch.
yeah.
Don't talk to
Doom
me about
Eternal.
Witcher.
Yeah.
An Xbox game
Xbox game
now
on Switch.
is on Switch.
Yeah.
Minecraft
On
still on that
Switch.
sales chart. Yeah. Anyways, apparently in November 2021, Phil Spencer made the call to make all new ZeniMax games exclusive, not just new IP. Which was seemingly a big surprise to CFO Tim Stewart, who had to readjust profit models without the PlayStation versions.
Yeah. Remember when they're saying we just want our games for everyone
Right.
all the time? We just want it for everybody. We just want wherever you are, you want to play. We want you to
Yeah.
play there.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
JK.
Just kidding.
This is a funny one. So, like I said, the closing arguments were still going when we
We
started
lied.
this. But during the closing arguments, the judge said, well, the Switch is not the same as Xbox and PlayStation. In many ways, it's better.
Paid off. That was the video message. He's like, I need you to say this in the closing statements. Here's your check.
Man, that is
Here's your
funny.
check.
He has a Switch in his
Here's the Switch.
office.
We got you a Switch
In
2
his
pre-order
chamber.
locked in.
Oh my god.
We'll show you the
Console
new Mario
wars.
game confidentially.
Yo,
If
you
like-
need any codes?
That's so funny, dude.
Holy shit.
I just imagine Jim Ryan giving like some passionate speech or Phil or somebody, and then you just hear like the Korok like bah, and the judge is like, oh shit, sorry, turns the switch down. He's not even paying attention.
Wow. Also this week, Fast and Furious is coming to Lego 2K Drive
Good fit.
as part of the premium Drive Pass for Season 1. That's going to have 10
That makes
new,
sense.
Yeah, that has 10 new vehicles, including the 1970 Dodge Charger
That's some Fortnite levels of Battle Pass stuff.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
and
smart.
the Nissan Skyline GTR in there too.
X, the newest.
I think so. They didn't give a
Nice.
year on that one, so I think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah. Sick.
While E3 is still figuring out its future, we've learned that the 2021 digital event, that whole mess, that cost $6 million.
How? You said that. You're like, how does it cost that much? I'm just like, I don't know.
That shitty website.
I'll run it from my
The
apartment
website,
next time.
the website, the online
$1 million.
platform that barely worked and had like nothing on it, $1.6 million.
Oh my
We gotta get into the making shitty websites business.
Yeah, like that's a scheme.
Yeah, we gotta.
They're scamming people.
How can we
Yeah.
scam the ESA?
We should approach them and say we'll run E3 next year.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
I have to think that dollar amount has to be with like, yeah, we need this in like 4 months. And they're like, well, if you give us 1.6 million, we'll put something together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they do not plan.
yeah.
I don't. Can I ask maybe a stupid question?
Maybe.
I do it all the time.
Why does the ESA exist? What is it? What do we need it for?
I mean, they run the ESRB, which with the cataclysmic
Ratings.
wave of content, has a lot of people that have to go through and rate all those games. And then they
I
also,
don't know that we do need that, but sure.
which also keeps the government off of the industry's back,
Oh, I
which is their
suppose.
primary function.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honest question, just didn't know.
Yeah.
Really good documentary about the MPAA.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And just like
I
how
saw
corrupt that shit
Yeah,
is.
how like weirdly like
Yeah.
secretive and
Yeah.
strange it was. Yeah.
Because like you have so much power, it's like, yo, we're gonna make your movie rated R, and it's gonna
Mhm.
make way less.
There wasn't there like a person like following a member around
Yes.
and stuff just to
Yes.
like get
Oh,
it.
what is the
trying to
name of that
answer-
documentary?
trying to ask a question, just one question,
Yeah.
like couldn't get it.
We need the ESA documentary inside.
Baldur's Gate 3, the release date has been moved up to August 3rd on
Goaty.
PC and pushed back to September
August
6th
Goaty.
on PlayStation 5.
Guaranteed,
Yo, bro.
guaranteed Eurogamer's Goaty. Right now, I'm calling it.
What?
Yep, 100%.
PC gamer too, probably.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
100%.
for sure.
Unless Diablo 4, who knows?
They also
No.
revealed some
yeah,
insane
they
stats.
hate
Includes over 2 million words of dialogue, 170 hours of cinematics, and over 600 spells and actions.
Yeah.
170 hours of cinematics?
Yeah.
That's like a third the length of Final Fantasy 16.
No, that's like
70 hours of just
6 Final
cinematics?
Fantasy 16s.
I was making a joke about
Yeah.
how long Final Fantasy 16 is.
Does,
Yeah, I don't think it's that long compared to a lot of these
How
other
many
games.
games
that
could that have to
mean-
fit onto?
does that mean Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be like 300 hours?
Yes.
600
So
hours.
Hubert, that's probably every single scenario,
single
with
quest.
every single class or whatever.
And
Yeah,
character.
versions. Versions.
I mean, it's
yeah.
gonna be long, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 million words.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
long.
It's a 100-hour game,
gonna be
probably. Witcher
deep.
style.
Oh, dude, yeah.
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 It's gonna be like a tome, dude. Like
Yeah.
slammed on the table.
Also, there is no Xbox release because
Oh, yeah, split screen.
Larian is still trying to get split screen to work on Xbox Series S.
Hang it up. Hang up that S. Holding shit back.
They are not allowed to release the game only on Series X. They are not allowed to make a feature like split screen only available on Series X. Microsoft engineers are helping to make it happen. Larian may have to make some compromises to get the Xbox version out,
Compromised
but
vision.
decline to say what they might be as they're still working on it.
Only 160 hours of cutscenes.
They take out Baldur's Gate, dude. The city is just gone.
That whole impassioned thing we saw about how it's like seamless.
Yeah,
it's got to load.
It's got
on it.
zones now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so they really
PC.
they really talk about like how much is going on there in terms of like
Oh my god,
your
yeah,
freedom
this
you
game.
have while you're playing split screen with
It's gonna
somebody
be
else.
sick.
What's your take on the S, Blood? Because, Microsoft likes to play this angle of like, we're for the people, we've got Game Pass, we're all about you, play it anywhere on anything vibe. But it just feels like the S is holding the entire operation back. What's your take here, man?
I mean, it's weird because it is obviously, doing well for them in sales,
Yeah.
and they're getting a lot there. But
Yeah.
this thing about like keeping them inextricably tied together, and it's like, no, you have to have it has to be compatible on both series machines.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite working out, and it's clearly creating
Yeah.
headaches
This is a huge
for
one.
some developers.
Yeah.
And then I think Halo was similar, but I think Halo they were actually still like having to make that work on the Xbox One. So that's craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people have been talking about maybe it's like the amount of memory it has that could be the bottleneck.
Oh,
or
sure, yeah.
Who knows? But,
Dang.
yeah. Pokemon Go publisher Niantic is closing its LA studio, laying off 230 employees.
Wow.
That's an entire Bloober team.
What?
Yeah, wow.
For real?
Yeah.
What happened?
They're ending NBA All World and Marvel World of Heroes, which hasn't even launched, focusing on keeping Pokemon Go and AR strong. They basically talked about the struggles, just general struggles of the mobile market, and how, like a lot of other companies, it's like the pandemic brought them a lot of money. They grew during that,
Yeah.
and now everything's back to normal. And so now they got to get their budget back down as well.
Jeez.
Aren't they doing the Monster Hunter game? Is that them?
Yeah. That's
Wow.
part of what they're focusing on.
Yeah.
Is that kind of thing.
Crazy.
Yikes.
But they say their most
they
important thing is
doing-
to keep Pokemon healthy.
Yeah.
Are they doing Pikmin Go?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Pikmin Bloom.
Yeah. Pikmin Blue.
doing
Which
it all?
that didn't get canceled. That's apparently doing well enough
Miyamoto.
to cancel a Marvel game and not
no
that.
cuts.
Yeah.
And then Huber,
Yo.
speaking of your documentaries, I don't know if
Yeah.
you've heard of this. You probably have. Shenmue
I'm on that.
documentary.
I think I'm in that one.
You're in that
I
one?
think so.
Wait, like an interview?
Yeah.
Oh, what the
That's
fuck?
from like all that time ago, right?
Wait,
I
an
think it's that
interview?
one. I think it is.
A Gamer's Journey, the definitive history of
Because I don't know if
Shenmue,
that ever came out.
is now available on Apple TV, Amazon, YouTube, Google Play, etc.
Nice.
So if Huber's in that,
Yeah, I might.
let us know.
I might be.
Gotta be in that.
Yeah, maybe. Because that was when they came to game trailers like all those years ago, and that thing never came out.
Wait,
Yeah,
you think?
I think so, dude.
Huh.
Maybe.
Okay.
Because I never saw that. I was like, yeah, let me know when that's done. And like, I never heard about it, looked it up, never saw it, never found it.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Why is this coming out so late, I guess, then?
I don't know. I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah.
Shenmue 3 came out a while ago.
I know. Hey, documentaries can take a while.
I guess so.
Yeah. Sign me up, dude. I want to watch.
Yeah, you're signed up. You're in it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Go watch it.
Maybe.
Go watch it. It's on everything.
Because I haven't heard of like any other Shenmue documentaries, so it's got to be it. Where can I watch that?
Amazon, Apple TV,
It's on Apple TV.
YouTube, Google
Great.
Play.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know what I'm watching tonight.
Okay.
You're watching Silo.
That's
Midnight.
tomorrow.
Does it come out at midnight, Isla?
I guess I don't know.
It's the season finale.
I'm watching the Kickstarter pitch for the definitive history of Shenmue, and we're in it. Your reaction
Okay.
Okay.
is in it.
How
So-
long ago was that? 4 years ago?
That video was 4
Yeah.
years ago. But I
Okay.
mean, like, they at least are aware of that
Okay.
enough to put it in their own Kickstarter trailer.
Sick.
Nice.
I'll
All
let
right.
you know. I'm gonna watch that whole thing.
It's time for Love and Respect.
Whoa.
Love and Respect.
Yes, Silo is at midnight.
Yes. Finale. That is right at midnight. Boom.
I might actually do that. Too.
Yeah. Cannot wait.
From John Calicious. Hey, allies. I'm a big baseball fan.
Yo.
And recently, I've been seeing ads for MLB The Show 23 that are showing off adding kaiju
What?
to the game.
What?
To the like, in the stadium in the back.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wait a
Yeah, yeah,
second.
yeah.
What? Wait, what?
I went through that whole thing
destroying
too.
the
Yeah.
field
Yeah, I wish.
over a pop fly. No.
From what I saw, it was just like
In the background.
aesthetics in the back.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they say unfortunately it doesn't look like you can play as them.
Yeah.
And they're simply cosmetic for customizing baseball stadiums.
Okay.
What I want to know is, what's the most out of left field thing you've seen added to a game? My immediate first thought is the recent announcement of Nick Cage being added to Dead by Daylight, or the horror characters that were added to Mortal Kombat like Jason Voorhees or the Xenomorph.
My
These
mind
things happen all the time now.
Oh.
my
Yeah.
mind immediately went old school. It went to Age of Empires 1 or 2, the original, and there was a code to have astronauts with space lasers and like cars driving around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Steve of Minecraft and Smash Brothers.
You thought that was weird?
That was never thought that was gonna happen. Like, seemed so random.
I mean, all the Smash roster seems so random nowadays.
But they seem a lot of them were like fighting characters or characters that felt like they were some kind of like even Banjo is like fans have been asking for it. I didn't understand. Like Minecraft was just
Because
like
Minecraft's humongous.
yeah, that's
why.
it. But like in Smash Brothers, it's like
Okay.
eh.
Okay.
I mean, this was before. Like this was like right when like Fortnite was exploding. Now like Fortnite's like anything is
Yeah.
possible. So now nothing would surprise me being added to like Smash or Fortnite at this point. But
Ryu and Exo Primal is pretty insane.
oh
That was pretty funny.
That one's pretty
That
crazy.
was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I always thought it was weird that Booger Man and Earthworm Jim were in Clay Fighter. I didn't get that.
Oh, sure.
I don't know
think
why
they were
that
all
was
just
a-
from the same publisher.
I guess. I was just like, what are they doing here?
Yeah, I think they're all interplay.
Yeah, okay.
Isla, you have any off the top of your head before I get to my list?
The only one that I thought of was just like the goofy stuff, like the space outfit in Silent Hill 3, but that's not a crossover.
Right,
so-
right. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's Kingdom Hearts. That's the one I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, sure.
What is this?
When they put like Frostmourne in X-Men Origins
Activision.
Wolverine,
Yeah,
that
Activision.
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 Yeah.
was it the Star Fox outfit for Bayonetta?
Oh, yeah. That was funny.
Those
That
are
was
great.
so weird.
Yeah, I've got Blackpink in PUBG,
Gabby is happy.
Attack on Titan in Call of Duty,
Yeah, that
Oh
was insane.
yeah.
this Barbie stuff that they just dropped in Forza.
Really cool. Yeah, you can get her car.
We talked about, there's 2 cars.
Nice.
Chat confirms that you are in the documentary according to the creator.
There it is.
Nice. We just talked about the Fast and Furious
Filmed
being in that Lego
so
game.
long ago.
Nier is in everything.
True.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
Yeah. Cup Noodles in Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. And then as
Coleman, dude.
Huber missed last week, Milk making a Fortnite game.
Milk.
Just milk.
Milk.
Just milk.
Like Harvey Milk?
No milk.
or
Not
like
the makeup brand,
milk?
not the drag queen, just milk, the
Just
drink,
milk.
the beverage.
Just the beverage milk.
Is
Making a game.
They
in
made
that
a Fortnite game.
editor
You can go on.
thing.
You can go on Fortnite and play the Milk game.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Go watch last week's press release. Me.
Okay.
You'll find everything you need to know.
You know
Okay.
how Fortnite has that editor?
Yeah.
The company that manages milk made a level.
A game. A game
game.
that had
Alta-
people compete in it at a
Altadena?
conference.
Ralph's?
Yeah, like milk.
Like Ralph's
like
Milk?
moo moo cow juice milk.
Yeah.
But which?
No,
Oh.
just the overall.
Just all the
they
milk.
have a
The,
like
the group that represents all milk.
they have like
so like the farmers.
remember got milk.
It's like
Huber?
a farmer coalition.
It's a consortium, Huber. It's like a big conspiracy. It's like Big Light
Yeah.
Bulb. How they got together and price fixed light
Big
bulbs.
milk.
Big milk. Big milk. Made a
Big milk.
Fortnite game.
Is it like
corporate milk.
Can we
or,
can we press release me just Huber?
oh,
Yeah,
no.
as a person.
I've got this still here.
Oh no.
Person.
I've got
thought you
this still
meant-
here.
I thought you meant make him stop talking.
Should we start where did Isla leave
That would
off?
be really funny if we
No.
did that when Huber's talking.
Huber,
Release me.
no. I mean,
Okay, I'll
Blood
start-
never explained it to us,
I'll s-
really. Like
I just started reading. I mean, that's all the context I had. I started reading from the top.
top down from the top.
But for Huber, we'll start in the middle.
Okay.
Milk is responding to what gamers actually want to play. And Zany Ziplines represents Milk's commitment to create games by gamers for gamers. Milk's Discord server is dedicated to building a gaming community designed for sharing ideas for new gaming experiences in Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft. Gamers who want to say on what the next game should be can head to the Gonna Need Milk Discord server to share their suggestions for a chance to make their dream games a reality.
Who is running that, though? Who is in charge of this milk group? I don't understand.
I just tried
It's
to
the
Google.
milkman, dude, himself.
I just tried to Google this to figure this out, and it just they never clarify. It just says Milk launches new initiative to sponsor female marathon runners, and then the ad is two women kissing, and it says 26.2. You're gonna need milk for that.
Dude,
What the fuck?
a milk Discord is disgusting.
What?
I'm offended that exists.
Wait, I
They
found.
call it, Huber, they call it the performance drink of gamers.
Performance milk? No.
No way.
I found
G Fuel.
GoodNeedMilk.com.
Gatorade.
But here,
water.
for
Milk
who
hydrates
Gatorade's
better
not
than
good for
water,
you.
they say, and it has more nutrients.
for who this is, the Milk Processor Education Program, Milk PEP, Washington, D.C., is funded by the nation's milk companies and dedicated to educating consumers and increasing consumption of fluid milk.
So it is like a super group.
Yeah,
It is,
America's
it is,
milk
it is
company.
the ESA of milk.
Yeah, the ESA of milk.
Okay.
It's called America's Milk Companies, and it's like, yeah, it's a consortium of like every milk brand. I told you, it's like Big Light Bulb. You know that thing where they like that conspiracy theory that's actually real, where they like got together.
Also,
and
this is
price fixed
relevant.
all light bulbs.
Wow.
PUBG Mobile x Dragon Ball Super partnership launches in July.
Already happening for
With
me.
milk?
Yeah. Late to
No.
the party.
Late to the party.
Dragon Ball Super and PUBG Mobile.
Yep. Late to the party.
Here it is.
Scraps.
Just got that.
I won't be
4:59
there.
p.m.
Fortnite crumbs.
Yeah, Fortnite crumbs.
When's milk coming to PUBG? Harrison Holt McHale. At the FTC hearing, Phil Spencer was asked a lot about planned exclusivity for future games. When asked about The Elder Scrolls 6, Phil said that the game was still 5+ years away. It's not news that Bethesda Game Studios has slowed down, and yes, Fallout 76 and The Elder Scrolls Online are still being supported with additional content. But with the way things are looking, fans of the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series are going to be waiting 15+ years for a true sequel to 2011's Skyrim and 2015's Fallout 4.
Jeez.
Excuse my selfishness, but I'm not patient enough for this. I don't think the fan base at large has the patience for this, and I can't see how letting these incredibly popular franchises sit pseudo-dormant for all that time is desirable for Microsoft either. This isn't money being left on the table. This is Microsoft spending hundreds of dollars at the toy store and forgetting to pick up the bags from the cash register. We've talked for months recently about Microsoft being hands-off, but surely something has to change.
I mean, we're getting Starfield in its place. That's all it is. You know, Starfield is space Skyrim, space Fallout. That's always the
Yeah, I
joke.
understand that.
You know, it's like when people say, you know what, there hasn't been a GTA for 10 years. And it's like, well, we got Red Dead 2. That
Definitely is not.
counts
GTA.
in my book.
It does not.
Still counts in my book. It's not like we're not getting a Rockstar game for 10 years. We still got Red Dead. It's like we're still getting
I don't think very
Starfield.
many people would agree with it.
Oh, Jones would, maybe.
Blood, I mean, if I was them, I'd have been having a team make a spin-off game. Obviously, they are doing the MMOs and stuff like that, but it's like a single-player thing, like what they did with New Vegas or something. Like one of their
Right.
bajillion studios to make a Fallout game. Like Obsidian would have been a prime candidate. I mean, obviously, they're doing their own stuff now, but
Yeah, I also think that Obsidian will release a Fallout game before Elder Scrolls 6 releases.
I agree.
maybe, yeah, hopefully.
You think over under 220 million for Starfield?
You mean budget?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over?
220?
I would say
Last of
it's
Us,
potentially
220.
over.
Yeah, I could say it's
And that was
over.
a
It may not
PS4
have
game.
quite as many developers.
That's a PS4 game. I guess Forbidden West was 212, and that's cross, but
Yeah, but Forbidden West had
Starfield,
300,
yeah,
but they're
yeah,
also in
yeah.
Europe, so they're not on
Yeah.
the same exact scale. But
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 200 mil plus.
Yeah.
For sure.
I get that though. I get the bummer of waiting that long for a new entry in a franchise for sure. You
Yeah,
know?
because you're not just that's what I'm saying. It's like you're not a fan of just like, oh, a Bethesda game. It's like
Yeah.
no, like a fan of Fallout. I want
Yeah.
to see what the next Fallout has.
Totally.
You know, you're
I
saying
mean, we had
it's-
Fallout 76. It was a bust, but it's still a Fallout game. That was recent-ish.
Right, but that's what they're saying. It's not. It's not. the
Yeah,
same
I think
thing.
they're wanting like a single player,
Yeah.
more traditional
Yeah.
style one.
But like the how like the wording of it was like they're leaving money at the cash register, and it's like, well, they made Fallout 76 and they're making Starfield, so like they're working.
Yeah, they're definitely doing stuff.
Yeah.
But they could be cashing out more probably.
Yeah. I think you nailed it with like a smaller spin-off for sure. That would have been, or even like a big, like Lost Legacy type game, but Fallout or Elder Scrolls. Yeah. Why haven't they done that?
I don't know. It's like when you got Obsidian making a space RPG kind of,
Yeah.
and you got another one being made also.
Yeah.
Kind of similar, but it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Well, that's the acquisition.
and it's like,
nonsense for you.
Avowed, like first person, like Pillars of Eternity universe kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's like, yeah, kind of Elder Scrolls-esque, I guess.
Yeah, I think in a company smaller than Microsoft, some of those Obsidian things could have potentially been cut for bigger brands.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
because Microsoft doesn't have to necessarily worry about turning a profit right away,
No, they just want content.
then yeah, it's like, yeah, just keep making what you're making.
Yeah.
So, from Son of Sparta, who cursed Alan Wake? Back in 2010, the first Alan Wake game went head to head with a small little indie darling called Red Dead Redemption. Needless to say that Alan Wake had such an exemplary commercial performance that Remedy had to wait 10 years to get the IP rights back from Microsoft so they could finally do a sequel with a different publisher. But before doing that, they decided to remaster the first game around 2 years ago. A remaster that to this date hasn't turned profit yet based on Remedy's financial reports.
It will now, though.
Fast forward to this year, and Alan Wake 2 announcing that it will be out this October. In just a few short weeks since that announcement, their release window is now looking like this. Forza Motorsport, October 10th. Assassin's Creed Mirage, October 12th. Alan Wake 2, October 17th. Sonic Superstars, October 17th. Spider-Man 2, October 20th. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, October 20th.
Oh my God.
And that's without even including games like Lords of the Fallen or the Metal Gear Solid Collection and other titles that are releasing around the same time. So back to my original question, who cursed Alan Wake? And if you were Remedy, what did you even do?
Bossman cursed it. Guy hated Alan Wake. I think Alan Wake is going to be fine. 100%. I think it is going to be Remedy's highest selling game of all time. Straight up. It is primed. It is poised to be one of the biggest games of this year, and that is saying something in a crowded year like 2023. I think all the buzz around it is positive, barring any insane technical issues at launch. I think the public and the industry both are all in on Alan Wake 2. I see no reason that it will have any issues, even in a crowded October.
Even against Spider-Man and Mario.
Because Spider-Man is exclusive. Mario's exclusive. That's there. You got Alan Wake.
Yeah, I just think with, like, if you have a PlayStation, most people are gonna get Spider-Man.
Definitely.
And Alan Wake might get left to the side for now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think it'll do pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to do like insanely good, but I think honestly the new approach of it being more survival horror, and at the time we're in now, can really help that because people seem to be into that and there's a demand for it. So
100%.
hopefully it'll do well.
And just the pulse of social media. Just how many people are going through Alan Wake 1 right now. So many. I see it everywhere. Replaying Alan Wake. Like, time to revisit Alan Wake. Blah, blah, blah.
The remaster is going to be on Plus.
Remasters
Also.
on
Right.
Plus. They're just
That's
giving
great.
that thing away. They're like, hey, come on in.
Yeah.
Water's warm.
Yeah.
8 to 10 hour game. Super chill. You're caught up.
I think if the remaster came out after 2 got announced,
Yeah.
it might have done better because people have been like, "Oh, there's a sequel
Right.
coming out now. Catch
Yeah.
up." And when it came out, I was like,
Yeah.
well, "Whatever, I can get that whenever. There's no time. There's no urgency."
Totally.
Right,
I get that.
for sure.
Then obviously all the Control hype too coming off, a freaking goatee. So this Alan Wake 2 is gonna crush it. They're gonna crush.
I'll give you some X Factor too. Coming out in October.
Horror vibes.
Horror vibes.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely,
There
Damiani.
you
100%.
Think that's a good window at the 20th? Not too late?
Jones taught me about that. Yeah, I was always like, "Oh, release on Halloween." He's like, "No, you need to have the build up, you know."
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you got to have that.
absolutely do.
Yeah, I think that's actually a perfect runway.
11 days. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not bad, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you get out ahead of Mario and Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Beat
it's
it
the
before those come
17th.
out.
They're the 20th. Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of ahead.
So they're
Yeah.
right in the middle. Right in the middle
Yeah.
of that month. Nice.
yeah. Please do well.
Bieber.
It's time for bets. This week's bet, Gimmick Special Edition is out next week. If you have no idea what that is, that's an NES game that was previously only released in Japan and Scandinavia. It's kind of a beloved lost classic. I'm curious to check it out myself.
Heck yeah.
Those Sunsoft games, I've come to some of them later on. And it's like, oh yeah, that was a really good game that I never heard of before. It will include a gallery mode. And I asked the panel, how many images will be unlocked when that gallery mode is first available? Brad,
20 images.
20. Huber.
2.
Oh, nice.
Taking the low, baby.
Ooh,
Taking the
Damiani.
low.
4.
Oh,
4. Isla.
I said 36.
okay.
36.
I'm banking on it's just everything.
Do we get one from Don?
Yes, he says 8.
8.
Don says 8.
All right.
8.
What is it? I forgot.
And
Oh.
8s.
17.
Woo-wee.
Which doesn't make any sense because it's going to be an even number, but you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Last week's bet. Ghost Trick is getting that re-release this week.
Good for Ghost Trick.
Coming out tomorrow. I don't know if that'll be available like 9 p.m. tonight or what. One of those things. But,
Oh yeah.
But I checked the official Capcom USA Twitter account for any new Ghost Trick tweets made between last week's recording and 5 p.m. today. And last week I asked the panel how many likes there would be on the most popular Ghost Trick tweet. Brad bet 8,000. Isla bet 4232. Damiani
Great
bet
bet, Isla.
4,000.
Thanks.
Don bet 4,400. And I bet 3333. The answer
Bad bet, blood.
is a piece of art of Lynn. Once
Oh,
again,
no.
more Lynn art. 4330. Winner is Dawn.
Oh, he just edged me out.
Just a little bit.
Thought the game would
Oh,
was
man.
gonna be out by now. That's why I did it higher. Whoops.
Whoopsies.
Don is doing some fist pumps silently in the background.
Nice.
It's just, yeah, it's because of the window. His arm looks. all
Actually, I want to
blank.
double check that map because it might. You're right. You're so close that I want to be sure. I want to be absolutely sure.
Yeah, so 4.
4330. 4232. That's 98. Yeah.
Yeah, so his is.
Yeah, he's 70 away.
Nice. Good guess.
All right.
This is Don's 3rd win in a row.
Wow,
Yeah,
Don.
This-
Don, when are we getting Crazy Taxi?
When are we getting Crazy Taxi, Don? He said September.
Excellent.
All right. That brings our scores to Gearless Ducks 18. Quack 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 quack. And Sleepy Grizzlies 8.
We are asleep.
All right. So we're midway. We're midway through the year. Grizzlies are very far behind, so I'm going to offer you a boost
No.
of your choosing.
I don't want
Yeah, it could be
handouts.
fun.
I don't
Let's
want
do
any
this.
fucking handouts.
You've got 4 options. That doesn't mean it's not a handout. It keeps this thing interesting. But the boost will remain in effect until you get within 3 points
It's a handout.
of our score. 4 choices. You can get a streak bonus. So if you get multiple wins in a row,
Parlay, dude. Yes.
you get an extra bonus point.
Yep.
How quick you turn, you
For every week you get a streak.
Yo, you've been gambling?
Let him finish.
We got a parlay going, dude.
Number 2, you can get a combo bonus. So if multiple people have the same bet, like Don and I did last week, then you'll get both points.
That encourages collusion.
Yeah.
However, that will apply to both sides. They can't collude because they're not going to know until
We don't know the
we're
bet
here.
until Blood says it to us,
They
and
got
we're all
wandering
sitting here.
eyeballs.
Anyways, third bet is that collusion. You can share bets.
I thought that was gonna
They're
hit me in real life.
boosting you.
I went like this. He threw something at the camera.
All right, since there's a lot of talk over each other.
Sorry.
The combo bonus, if you go for that will apply to both sides. So anyone, if we have the same number, we both get points. Third, you could share bets. So you could talk amongst yourselves, try to figure out if, you get the high, I'll get the low, blah, 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 all that. And then fourth, as he's been on a winning streak, you could double down on Dawn. You can temporarily borrow Dawn until you catch up, giving you an extra grizzly. However, I can't guarantee whether he's going to try to sabotage you or not.
That's asking for trouble.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
No way.
Several things are happening here in the control room right now. Don is aghast that he wasn't consulted on this. It's like,
Yeah, we're trading you.
So you're being shipped to
Don,
Minneapolis.
come on in.
And
Bring
then
your playbook.
Gabby just says, "Why not just add me?"
That's what I was saying.
We always
too.
need an impartial observer. Had Dawn before Gabby.
No, we don't.
I like the parlay because it feels earned. We go on a streak, we get rewarded for it. I don't know. And
sure.
it's a parlay.
Seems
so
less complicated.
It's like
That
gambling.
seems safe for us too, because you never get anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Streak bonus it is.
Sweet.
All right.
So wait. I feel it necessary to define "quote unquote" extra bonus points.
I agree.
An extra bonus point
One extra
every
okay,
week
okay,
that they
okay.
get. Yeah, the streak. So
When does the streak start? Three in a row?
It's like
No,
the
you get
cowl of
consecutive.
consistency.
So two in a row.
yeah.
So
So if
it's
you
like a nicer
Okay.
cowl of consistency.
yeah. So if you get a second week in a row, then you'll have a third point, and
Okay.
then if you keep that going every week, you'll get 2 points instead of 1 point, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me tell you about Patreon.com.
talk to you.
/Easy Allies. We are community funded. We are able to do all of this stuff because people like yourself who watch this podcast and listen to this podcast and all of our other shows and reviews and live streams pitch in to make it all happen. That's what pays all of the bills around here. You can get in there at all these different levels. And it's important to do that because it's not just a thing that we say. There are other ways that we make money, but like across the board, across the entire media industry, beyond video games, ad markets are down. There's not as much coming in from that stuff. Isla and Rooster Teeth are over there working to try to get in ads and sponsors.
Trying my ass off, dude. It's hard out here.
Yeah. So thank you to the people
Love
who've
you,
been
Isla.
doing that.
Trying.
Who have been supporting us that way. And if you are one of those people that could support us through advertising, definitely get in contact with us. But if you're a normal person who can pitch in $5 or $10 or whatever amount that might make sense for you, go check out those tiers on Patreon and keep this thing running. At that $5 level, you get this podcast 2 days early. You get it without any ads on there. You get 2 bonus Love and Respect questions. You get to submit to Love and Respect and get in there. The merrier. The more people to choose from, the better. Every week, definitely do not be afraid to hop in there and ask a question or submit some fun little game. You also get into the Discord. You get to vote on top 10s. We got our top 10, which we're going to be sharing next week.
What is it again?
I believe it's castles.
Yes.
Castles this time around.
Lothric Castle or Discredited.
And then at $10, you can get in our contributor tier. At the $25 level and above, you get in the producers, and they will be here at the end of this episode, our monthly producer role, with Brandon Jones reading everyone's name, some of them very badly.
Whoa, what a luxury.
And then at the top, we've got our platinum producers who get a shout out on this podcast and our other podcasts. This month's shout outs go to Javawabs, Elthanis, and Greg, the Dark Knight, Kettering. Shout out.
Oh,
Don won that bet. So he gets that final word.
come on, get over here.
He gets to promote that video, and he gets to sign off with his trademark sign off.
Hang on.
Hang on. We got to get Don to walk
There's
over
some shuffling here.
to the camera, to the mic. He's got his final word.
Today
Focus yourself.
I'm sorry, I was running late today, so I didn't get to listen to the show, so I cordially pass off my little reward, my responsibilities to my glorious teammates, BW, and the one and only Isla Hink. Split it up.
You want a final word?
I can shout out a video. BW is Bloodworth, apparently.
That was like Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yo, we got B-Dub out here. We got B-Dub.
I've been talking enough if you got a final word.
Well, I want to shout out a video,
Oh, no.
but... Oh, no.
Because I have a video, but I don't want to talk about it.
All right, my final word is we got a Mysterious Monsters coming up
Oh!
on Monday.
Oh, yeah, then that works because I can not link that. So
Yeah. It's coming up on... Yeah, so this is my final word. This is Don's final word. Finally, give S&B a chance, you know? Don't give up. You got to believe. New Mysterious Monsters, noon Monday. It'll be live and then... Or, like, not live, but premiering. Yeah. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sure.
Over, under 220 million Skull and Bones.
Budget?
Oh, budget?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Over, under.
That's
But
like
over
12
now.
years. Yeah.
Don says throw another 120 at it.
For video, the closing, maybe not the last, we'll see, but the closing episode of Bloodworth Zelda Diaries, fun little thing I've been messing around with. If you've been putting those off for just to get through the game yourself and you finish the game, go check out that full playlist and you can see all the crazy stuff that I was doing. I'm not going through that full story or whatever, but that's a fun thing that I tried out and may do again on something in the future.
It's awesome, Blood.
And we'll see you before the next Blood Moon rises.
Couldn't buy this one, Todd.
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, L. Thanis, Greg the Dark Knight Kettering, Bradley Spees, Forever Ender, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, Mellow Fellow, Rob Bob Will, Roy Sung, Stomps. 44 Stars, Alexander Zirianov, Anacroth, Andreas Risberg, Andri, Aurelian Grenier, Beaten Down Brian, Benjamin Arp, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Colton Piccione, Daniel Martinek, Dave Red, David Wilson, DBA, Dimitri Zetas, Discarded Digit, Douglas Chomich, Edward Gonzalez, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Happy Gaming, Hesperus 84, Isaac Swanson, Jesse Blue, Jesus R., Chris Frederick, Kroldemort, Lath, Matthew Pauling, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Mr. Juan Luigi, Nathan Watkins, Paul Sway, Pete Shoemaker, Ronka Q, Raylon, Raymond Wheeler III, Ritz 1906, Robert Stoffel, Sage Mode Q, Sam Handrick, Samsa Stormbomb, Sigma, S-Snake 24, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Chom Nguyen, Zio VGM, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Accounts Payable, Adam Henry, Alex McMillan, Alex Monaco, Alex AI, Andrew Reif, Anthony F., Anthony Galvin, Anthrioni, Antonio Coyne, Arthur Lau, Osteal, Austin, Barry Tomasini, Benjamin Miller, Blue, Bob Starling, Brian Foster, Bryce Hornsby, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Katie Garza, Carlos Delgato, Chief Uhu, Chris Eccles, Christian Simniak, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Colin Montot, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Culinary Stud, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, Davy Cakes, David Aniki, Delisi, Derek Jones, DF, Diogo, DRD 7 of 14, DXB Lord, Edison S. Prada Jr., Enya Hink, Eric Crone, Eric Tobias, Espen Gotchman, Ethereal Ether, Felipe Barbosa, Fishflop, Forrest, Project, Gabriel Aberg, Gabriel Roy, Gabriel Smith, Jen Cruz, Gino Elite, Glenn Olson, Global Crisis, Graham, Gustav Strombaum, Hadi Ali, Helen Y, Hitman 47, Isun Chor, Ian Anderson, Isaiah Matthews, Ivan Swade, Jack Forrest, Jack Grossman, Jay Aldiar, Jameson Lapine, Jen Nicholas Frogshirt Tealk, Gerald, Jesse Fish, Jesse Wilkeson, Joey Bruno, Joey Din, John McCullough, Jonathan Gonzalez, Jordan Phillips, Junya Motomura, Carl Williams, Keegan Boyle, Kevin Gillet, Leon Keys, Linson Wu, Lister, Luis Sabara, Lion Crown 19, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Matthias Clare, Matthew T. Ryan, Max Miller, Mazrim Tame, Megadet, Mike Zero, Mikey Mizek Novak, Mr. Anarchy, Mr. Matity, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nero, Nycrypt, Nick Hill Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Orogachino, Pablo Rodriguez, Paradigm 00, Patrick Held, Peter Wilkinson, Pixelated, Pojo TMZ, RF Switch, Rainmaker, Reed Johnson, Richard Ma, Robert J. Williamson, Robert Seven Lee, Robin, Ryan Rutger, Salvers, Sam Sorensen, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian Trier, Shauna Bowman, Sean Johnstone, Simon Anderson, Cito, Sneaky Gato, Splontot, Steps, Stone Soup VT, Strikeout NZ, Sultab, Taffy 9K, T-Beaks 15, Tim Strothman, Tim O'Keefe, Toad Shadow, Tokyo Slim, Tomovi Kioni, Travis Ing, Trevor Thomas, Trizac, V8 Dave, Willow Pingree, Wouter DeHaze, WTF Master Mike, Yami Zadzumi, Zach Hardy, Zach Wojnar.